I was like really excited. The conversation switched to coffee.
I do too.
for a
I love
little bit.
coffee. Yeah.
It doesn't. I'm always creamer though. Creamer and 2 sugars. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Do you black coffee? You don't do coffee. Do you?
Black only.
Black
You're
only?
So not a cowboy.
I know.
Yeah. Like I said, the other one, I want to be able to filter it through my teeth.
Oh,
Black.
just straight
Thick.
black. Yeah.
Chewy.
Yeah. Chew coffee.
A little chewy.
So what's your take on cappuccino?
Half. I like it.
Espresso.
Nope.
I do it in
I
travel
like
lounges at the
straight
airport.
espresso.
Do you?
Yeah.
Shot to the.
I mean, I like an Americano. I
See,
mean, that's,
it's got water in it, right?
What do you think about cappuccino?
It's not my favorite.
It
like I
isn't?
said, no, I love it. I mean, I'll drink one, but it's not my favorite.
I like half coffee, half cappuccino.
Yeah.
What is cappuccino? I don't even know what that is.
Good damn question. I don't
Good
know.
coffee and
It's
steamed
usually the
milk.
second button in on that fancy machine in the
It's the far
lounge
left.
at the
The far
airport.
left
At the
one that says
Holiday
French
Inn.
vanilla. That
sounds like something you drink when you're like 12 years old and
That's
you're
the one
like
I
trying to
know.
dabble into the coffee game.
It's kind of like when my wife wants me to drink wine. Like I feel bougie, but I don't know a damn thing about it.
Yeah.
Does it all taste the same to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't, the terroir, you don't be like, this is coffee from Ethiopia and this
Oh,
is Costa
no.
Rica.
You do though. Huh? I can tell. Come on now.
Yeah, sometimes.
They have some pretty good coffee shops in Los Angeles.
They do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but how embarrassing is it when you watch a guy order coffee and he like calls the temperature out? You ever stood behind
That's
somebody at a
pretty
coffee
bad.
shop? and
That's
say,
a
"Oh,
real
I need it
thing.
at
Does that happen?
171
Yeah,
degrees.
I've seen that, and I thought it was a joke.
You guys do live in Los Angeles,
It's
so that's
embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
A
Well,
cappuccino is an espresso-based coffee drink with steamed milk.
Boom.
Sounds
There it is.
delicious.
I'll just go straight
So
espresso.
it's not black. So
Look at that. You can put cinnamon on it too.
Cinnamon's a good call on coffee. That's
It's good for you.
That's a good one.
It's like anti-inflammatory or something like that.
No
I
milk.
read that.
That's a good lead-in. You said Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
So we have. Maybe we should do introductions.
We should.
We got Tim Hoffer. Mm-hmm. Does that get your last name right?
Yeah, Hoffer.
Hoffer.
Yeah, I'll respond
Which one
to
do you
both.
prefer?
Technically, it's Hofer, but it's spelled
German?
to look like Hoffer. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I don't
Would have
know.
never guessed.
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I look very.
Coming from a guy named Kreitzer, so
Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
game recognized game.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch. Sprechen Sie Deutsch. Yeah.
So we got Tim Hofer, and we got Jaryd Bernstein.
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 Since we're on that train, we might as well just keep it going.
Like the Bernstein Bears,
just like it.
like the Bucks.
Just like them.
But unfortunately, no relation. I might not be sitting here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Those are my favorite books as a kid.
yeah.
Yeah, I liked.
I've told many people in middle school that was our family legacy, and then they asked why we were so poor. So
Didn't get the publishing rights for
didn't
that.
get the no royalties at all.
That's
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You guys ready to talk for a couple hours? You just spent how many hours? 2 hours in sales meetings. And
Yeah. We talked. Yeah.
Crunching
Product numbers.
so what's another 2 hours chit chatting? Right?
This will be a
Not
lot more
exciting
fun.
stuff.
Yeah, we have the fun conversation now.
I like these.
Yeah. So you guys are from Mystery Ranch,
Yep.
both of you. Give us a quick rundown on who you are, what you do.
Go for it.
Sure. So, Jaryd Bernstein, I own Bernstein Outdoor Sales. We're a manufacturer rep agency, and we represent not only Mystery Ranch, but Vortex Optics and Daniel Defense in the desert Southwest, so that Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada area.
Whoa,
Nevada,
whoa.
please say it right.
Nevada.
Yeah, there you go.
It's near Colorado.
How did he say it?
Nevada.
Nevada.
That's how you know
That's
somebody's not from
That's
here.
the New Jersey in me coming out. That's the water conversation.
Are you born and raised in Jersey?
I try not to tell people that, but I guess we just told a whole lot
You're-
of people.
you're
I
that.
never knew that about you.
I didn't
I
either.
try not to tell
Yeah,
people.
never knew
Dead
that. I've
serious.
known you for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Jersey. Yeah.
How'd you
But
know?
I'm proud that you didn't figure that out.
Yeah.
So that means I'm
That's
living
good.
life correctly.
Yeah.
So
It
that's
took
good.
Nevada to bring it out of you.
Yep.
How'd you end up out here? Where you live in Arizona, right?
I do. Yeah, so I'm in Flagstaff.
Okay.
Chased a girl out here after the Marine Corps. Married her. Still married to her 11 years later. So not the worst decision I ever made, thankfully. And then been in Arizona that whole time. So coming up on 13 years.
What part of Arizona do you live in?
Flagstaff.
There you go.
Yeah, I was down in that Phoenix area for 11 of those years, and that heat just boiled our brains, and we had to get to the altitude. So thankful to be above 7,000 feet now.
Do you like living in Flagstaff?
I do.
Seems like a cool town.
It is, yeah. It's pretty diverse, to say the least, is the most respectful way I can say it. So,
What do you mean by that?
Let's get disrespectful.
The
Look at
college-
this guy.
yeah, I mean, if we're getting disrespectful, there's a line. There's the hippies at the college, and there's the killers, the rest of us that have jobs and work for a living, and half the town gets along and half the town doesn't. So,
I didn't know
pretty
that
good.
There we
about
go.
Flagstaff.
Yeah.
Did you?
There we go. I knew it was a pretty heavy college town. I had a couple buddies that went there from high school friends that went there. So I knew it was kind of a hippie college town.
You guys are the lumberjacks? What is your mascot there in college?
Yeah.
Is it?
And he used the
NAU
lumberjacks. Yep.
Lumberjacks, yeah.
Lumberjacks.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they play Southern Utah University. So every once in a while when I go to a game, we might play the lumberjacks.
There you go. There you go. No, it's a
go.
phenomenal town. And, the town's at 6,400, and it's one way or the other. You got people that either have never shot a gun before in their life or are absolutely hardcore in the hunting and shooting sports. So it's pretty cool.
It's kind of funny that the school mascot is a lumberjack when a bunch of woke ass 18-year-olds are going to school there.
Yeah, we were on our way to buy that house or go to the open house a couple years ago. We had to stop for, 15, 20 minutes because there was a big giant protest in the middle of the road, just to get out to, and it was all about all that crazy stuff that these
Man,
kids
I did
are
not know this
all
about
worried about these
Flagstaff.
days.
I didn't either.
Look at me, learning. I mean, you got giant ponderosa pines. I guess that's the lumberjack, huh?
Yeah.
They still hauling timber out of there?
Oh, yeah.
Are they really?
Yeah, I mean, the mountain that I back, our property backs National, and they're logging right behind us.
Is that 7 East?
I'm on the 7 East border
There
of
you go.
11M and 7 East.
What's the wilderness area up there? Remind me.
Kendrick,
Yeah.
you can see
Yeah.
it from a front porch.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, we love it.
Give us your rundown on how you're involved. You said you rep Mystery Ranch. You're our rep, right?
I am.
For Nevada.
Please.
And Arizona. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah, and how long have you been working with us? I'm trying to remember when we first.
5 years, something
Probably,
like
yeah.
that, probably.
Yeah, it's been
I
a
wanna
while.
say. This could be 6, I guess. Could have been 2017, I guess.
Tail
that
end
we
of
started.
17, beginning of 18.
Were you
Yeah.
the only rep we've had from Mystery Ranch? Like when we
am,
first went live with the store? You've been here
Yep.
the whole time.
I
You're an
have.
OG.
Yep.
I guess. and didn't get fired in this last sales meeting. So
You
that was
made
good.
it.
There
Nope.
we go.
We'll see what next
Made
year
it.
brings. There's still time.
There's still the drive home.
Tim's still the boss, so keep saying nice things, Joe.
He's doing good work. Good work.
Yeah, give us a rundown, Tim.
Tim Hoffer or Hoffer, whatever you want. It depends what my
Hofer.
fake passport says. And I grew up in central Montana and went to Bozeman for college. And like a lot of people, you just get sucked into the mountains and fishing and hunting, skiing's everywhere, and it's easy to do. And I never left. So same kind of thing. Been in the outdoor industry for a while. Worked at Sims Fishing Products before Mystery Ranch, and like hunting more than fishing. So when that opened up, jumped ship, and been at Mystery Ranch for just over 6 years. So
What's your job title?
hunting sales manager. Yep.
Yeah, you're over the entire hunt.
Yep. In
department,
North
right?
America.
North America.
Yep. So handle that side of the business, and yeah, we've got 4 different kind of diverse groups, under Mystery Ranch's umbrella of outdoor, hunt, military, and fire, and yeah, super diverse, and yeah, awesome
Did you
so
start
far.
in your position at Mystery Ranch?
I did. Yep. Yeah, I got hired on
Right at the top.
right at the top. Huge mistake. Huge boss. That's right. I got a few El Jefes above me, but yeah, it's been a really good ride so far.
Are you from? Where are you from?
I grew up in Lewistown, Montana,
nice.
right in
Oh.
central, near the breaks. So I was lucky enough to hunt the breaks before everybody knew about the breaks. So
Yeah, let's just stop talking about it right now. Cut that whole
Yep.
section right there. It's
Talk
not very
all
good
about
hunting.
hunting the breaks.
No animals there.
there's not. You can't draw a tag, and it's too hot, and everybody drags their campers there. So
Yep.
Did you grew up hunting then?
Mm-hmm.
Both of you? You?
No.
You didn't.
Nope.
Not from New Jersey.
Nope. I went on my first hunt post Marine Corps.
Wow.
I was
sweet.
out. Yeah, my grandfather killed 1 deer, had it hanging in the basement. None of us knew a thing about it. No one in the family hunted. I honestly got into hunting and archery hunting because of all the cool folks I met when I got into the industry versus being on the tactical side and doing the Marine Corps thing and the private security thing. And it's a dick measuring contest on that side of the game, and it was just kind of a turn off. And everybody over on this side was so cool. And I was like, well, fuck it, let's buy a bow and give
Are
it
you
a
sure
shot.
you're talking about you got those flips, I think.
How deep are you into this
You
industry?
don't spend time in black gun shops.
maybe by
and-
year 12, you'll get the
Yeah.
full breadth of it.
Hey, go spend some time in some black gun shops, and you'll understand where I'm coming from.
It's a pretty easy transition.
Everybody's Chris Kyle in those places.
So from the military to hunting, I mean, I would assume that's probably a pretty,
I mean, the military teaches you to love pain and suffering. There's a little bit of that in hunting, right?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of disappointment. There's a little bit of only being able to shoot the right species, right? So that's
yeah.
did you miss that joke, Brady?
I,
You can't shoot women and children in war, Brady. Okay, you're not allowed. Okay.
There are rules.
There are rules.
Brady's like, what? You can't?
engagement.
So it's honestly, it's just been refreshing. as
Yeah.
much as, and I know there's that side of our industry too, but that side is just way, way different and way more, I don't know.
So yeah,
Filled.
completely out of the military now.
I am
How many years were you in?
just 4.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. Tim, you do much climbing, I know that.
Yeah, not as much as I used to, but kind of growing up in Central Montana was pretty limited. Then went to college in Bozeman. There's piles of climbing just, on the back door. But it was like kind of the learn as you go and hopefully find somebody who knows what the hell they're doing method of that. There was not the luxury of like YouTube and climbing gyms. And so, yeah, it was fun. It was a great way to get out there. I mean, like places I climbed and still climb are places I, hunt deer, places I've put in for, mountain goats for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And that was the main reason one of the districts I put in for goat was because of where we went climbing a bunch.
Really?
Yeah, we'd backcountry ski in and started poking around these cliffs, and there's some mixed routes and ice routes, and pretty soon I'm like, pulling up off the top of a climb, and I look over the ridge line, there's like 6 goats right there, and I'm like, note to self. So
You like ice climbing, huh?
I like ice climbing better than rock. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it scare the hell out of you?
At first it did, but
It scares the hell out of me.
you should try
You?
it.
I want to try.
You guys,
I'm not strong enough.
I haven't done it yet.
Here's
We're-
the thing.
we're gonna get out in Nevada for a
Tim's
day,
climber
and
because you just look at him and he looks like a climber.
No,
does.
you are the climber.
I'm not.
I'm a morbid.
I'm a runner, that's it.
semi-obese climber. That compared. Have you seen these dudes who climb a lot? They're like very strong, very lean. So
Yeah, climbers just got this body type that must build up over time. But
Dom
Dom,
Marquette. Yeah.
shout out Dom. Dom used to work here. Same thing. You look at that guy, you're like, that
can
guy's
do
a
like
climber.
50 pull-ups.
100%.
Yeah, just
Like
finger strength.
one armed
Yeah.
50 pull-ups, like fingertips. He would practice
Yeah.
in the office, just fingertip pull-ups.
Yeah, on the door jams.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Tim do some fingertip pull-ups here.
You're
after.
gonna call 911. Be a freaking ambulance out front. Yeah, but it's been good. It's a good place to do it.
Yeah.
I highly recommend do a little combo. Bring
How-
you guys up.
So I'm just jumping in. You guys can. Brady will accuse me always. I ask too many questions. So if
I love it.
It was good. It was like
If you got questions, Brady, jump in. Just maybe like do the shush. You know?
Yeah, okay.
Shush.
you should
Could do that.
How did Mystery Ranch end up in Bozeman? Is it start in Bozeman? Let's give us like a rundown of Mystery Ranch.
Yeah, I'll try to do the elevator speech version because it can get pretty long and crazy. But so Dana Gleason, he's been building packs for 40 years, something like that now. And he started back east. He's a Boston guy and was, fixing packs, helping people out on the Appalachian Trail, fixing gear, tweaking stuff, had a sewing machine. Thing didn't work. Actually, we sent out a little video not that long ago, kind of talks about some origin stuff. It's pretty cool. And upgraded it and started just, fixing packs and tweaking gear for people who needed repairs. And one thing led to another, and he built a few packs for himself and friends. Had a company called Clutterworks back in the 70s. Ended up kind of migrating out west, ended up in Montana eventually. And if I'm not mistaken, there was a little shop downtown in Bozeman. It was Clutterworks. And then from there, that was pretty, lifestyle-y kind of stuff, just, smaller packs, some ski and backpacking things. Next thing you know, it morphs into Dana Design. And that was kind of like the preeminent, backpacking, internal frame, big bag stuff in the 90s. That was really successful for a while. Kind of revolutionized that frame system. From there, he kind of got semi-retired, sold the company, got out of it, and I think got bored, and was like, I got to do something else. And I think some of his kids asked him to build some packs, got involved, and launched Mystery Ranch. And he was like, yeah, I'm not going to call it, Bozeman Backpack Company, something super obvious and stuff. So Mystery Ranch is like, if I remember correctly, a radio show from like the 50s, like like a mystery radio show that he used to listen to.
Yeah, I didn't know. I never knew the origins of the
Yeah,
name.
if I remember right. And so he latched onto that because I think he listened to it as a kid or when he was growing up and stuff. And so the name stuck, and here we are. So that was in 2000. And then like the big push for Mystery Ranch was some Navy SEALs reached out for like kind of an idea on like, hey, we want to like modify some packs that you have from the Dana days. Can you build us something? OD spray paint doesn't, adhere very well to your red Cordura bags and, kind of do that. He's like, well, instead of modifying something that already exists, what do you guys want? And that kind of like led the charge on the military side of things. And that's a big, driver of what, where the hunting line originated from, frankly, was built off those military bags. Because we saw what's called the nice frame, and that kind of like kickstarted the the Metcalf and these bigger bags, Marshalls, etc. But they're really low. They don't have much for a load lift on the frame. And the big reason is when you're lying, and you can attest to this, if you have a helmet on, lying prone, trying to shoot with a very tall pack, your head cannot be
it would get
up.
in the way.
So that is not a good idea for longevity of a soldier on the field. So the morph kind of in the hunting thing, and you guys don't know if you've ever seen it, but the Metcalf used to come, you could buy a kit called the lift kit. Mm-hmm. It's basically that vertical extension for the load lifter. And so that kind of like was this add-on thing, and it became evident that like, hey, these military bags are getting a ton of interest on the hunting side, because if you can pack out artillery rounds and gear, et cetera, mortar, base plates, whatever, you can pack out an elk. So fast forward a few years, and it's like, hey, let's come out with an actual hunting pack. So
kind of transition from like mountaineering,
backpacking, yep,
military.
Yep.
Come from a request from SEALs, you said?
Yeah, that was the original intent. And we only deal with, we don't do kind of like mainstream military. It's only special forces. So it's Green Berets, it's parajumpers, it's SEALs, et cetera. So
Gotcha. Wow.
I didn't know that.
If I remember correctly, the load lift for you guys, that was directly based off of like the mortar footprint, right?
Yeah.
To carry that?
Yep, exactly, like that mortar base plate, because it's obviously, if you've ever backpacked or hunted or anything, the more weight you put further away from your back, just the center of gravity tips over. So the idea was separate the frame from the bag, be able to drop unruly, weird, crazy loads in between it, lash everything together, and away you go. So yeah, because that
Works
thing
well
weighs,
for hunting.
Yeah, it works awesome, because those things weigh north of 80
awkward
pounds.
shape, dead weight, right?
Yeah, and then from there, obviously, it just we got into outdoor stuff, backpacking, climbing, skiing, etc. Everyday carry, and then another component is the wildland firefighting. So that's a big.
Which is going to be my next question. Is like you see a ton of, I don't know if it's influence, but you see a lot of wildland firefighters using mystery ranch packs, military using packs. Is that? I mean, you've kind of explained it and laid it out to me, but essentially you started with military. And then those guys, I assume, coming home and thinking, hey, I can go out and pack an elk out with this, and probably doing so, and then more demand on the hunting side.
Yeah.
And then Wildland Fire, kind of the same thing, just followed suit. Did those guys come to you and say?
Yeah, I'm trying. There was a kind of like, in essence, a fire sales manager, a handful of years back, that was active. He had his card, and he was, on crews, on lines, doing everything. And I think just seeing what was out there, which I think a lot of products, like really good products in the market, are typically result of how can we take something that either sucks or needs some tweaking and make it better. And a lot of those packs are very basic. They're like seatbelt style, shoulder straps. They carry horribly, they dig into your shoulders, and there's like really, really basically made. And so this idea was like, hey, take the same foundational support, load lift, all these kind of things that help make a backpack carry well, because arguably wildland firefighters are way harder on gear and get out there and do longer days than any of the other user groups, that we have. It's nonstop. They have to keep their pack on for safety reasons. It's, up and down steep slopes. It's 100-degree heat, smoky. It's, poor sleep, et cetera. And so they beat the hell out of their gear. And so, we just kind of, utilized a lot of in-field experience of like, what do you guys want? What makes it better? And you can see the differences, narrower yokes, the way things are carried, taking all this feedback. And our current fire manager, Lucas, he's, dyed-in-the-wool firefighting guy. I mean, he's, active in the field, goes to fires, does a whole 9 yards. So it's really cool where you can take like real-world experience and plug it into product like that.
How much do those two different factions of Mystery Ranch communicate and talk?
The mission in the mountainside.
Yeah. Do you see technology or frame design or pack design bleeding in one from the other?
Yeah. The earliest example was the nice frame for the mill bags getting migrated over the hunt packs. But then if you take today's like Guidelight MT, it's taller, it's skeletonized. The military bags are solid Cordura, right? Super beefy, way overbuilt. The Guidelight MT is more pared down. That has gone the other direction. So there's some military bags and frames that take influence from the Guidelight because they need a lighter offering and just they don't need quite as much build. So that you've seen both ways.
Yeah.
And we see it in textiles and stuff. I mean, like, Dana's been, working with Cordura for 4 decades. So you kind of get, the keys to the kingdom when you've had that long of a relationship, with really unique textiles and coatings and you name it. So, yeah, it goes both ways for sure. We share technologies and stuff within the building.
Is Dana still involved in Mystery Ranch?
Oh yeah,
really?
Yeah. He's
still got an office. He's still.
He
still
does.
there?
Yeah, Dana and Renee. I mean, they're they're the foundation of what got the whole thing kickstarted. So you just wander down the corner office and hang out with them if you want. So yeah, they're there. Oh yeah, it's super cool.
Do you call it the ranch? Is it?
It's the ranch. Yeah.
I have wandered down the hall and went into Dana's office, and it's incredible.
Yeah, he just is like,
I'm pretty
come on
sure.
in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's papers on his desk from like Dana Designs.
Oh yeah, there's
The stack of papers and folders and magazines.
Oh yeah.
And shit on that guy's desk.
Yep. There's
is
like
incredible.
there
It's
is.
unbelievable.
There's-
It's honestly unbelievable.
Yeah, there's a lot of data. There's probably like first draft of the Constitution or something lingering there. But yeah,
I wouldn't
I'm
be
fired.
surprised
I
with
just
the
got
amount
fired.
of paperwork on that guy's desk.
Yeah.
It's which is cool though too, because like to be a founder like that, and
Yeah.
I mean it's all on his desk, like
Yep.
literally from the start all the way through. Like there's no file cabinets, there's no nothing. It is on his desk.
No, it's pretty real. Yeah, there's not. It's which is cool because you don't have to like. I've worked at places where you're like, it's pretty hands off. The higher up you get, it's like you really can't just roll into their office and chat with them and stuff. So very different for sure.
Does the logo have any meaning? 'Cause I
Yeah.
think the logo is pretty unique.
You know what? I don't have a good backstory on that. The spinner of what that was.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, just the MR spinner.
MR spinner. Fidget
Yeah.
spinner?
What's that? The fidget spinner. Yes, it can be. Yes, yeah. It's kind of like that.
You need some of those on your new packs. A
Just fidget
a fidget spinner. Somebody can pop out on their door.
You're bored out of your mind.
Downtime.
Yeah.
Just spin that thing.
Just pull it right off
Put
your-
that in your notes.
Last one.
The Mystery Ranch fidget spinner.
Write that down.
You know what? Yeah, that actually is not a bad
That's a pretty good idea. You logo it.
I get some credit.
I need some kickback on that.
I know. I was gonna say this is on. I can't claim that. Trail's got some residuals coming.
Why? So from a hunting perspective, I mean, you're primarily you're hunting, right?
Yep.
Why do people? I'm curious because I think I was thinking back. My first Mystery Ranch pack I bought it at the Western Hunting Expo. So I don't know how many. I think it was probably the early 2000s maybe, and it would have been Mystery Ranch Camelback combo.
Yeah.
Because it says Camelback on the pack.
Yeah.
And it was an internal frame pack. I remember that. I hunted with it for a bunch of years. And if I remember back on the reason that I bought that pack, it was just this grassroots. Everybody said Mystery Ranch packs, you just can't wear them out. Like they're super durable. So like to lead itself into that question is like why do people buy Mystery Ranch packs? I mean, we sell Mystery Ranch packs. We sell a shit ton of Mystery Ranch packs. They're obviously super popular, but like why do people buy Mystery Ranch packs? Like what do you build into your packs that a hunter would need it?
That's a good question. I think a lot of it has to do with the heritage. At the end of the day, you look back 4 decades. I mean, Dana's been, part of and building packs longer than a lot of people have been alive that are in the industry, if you look at it.
Yeah.
And I think we have a bit of a secret sauce with those 4 components I mentioned, where we, under one roof, we have former special forces. We have active wildland firefighters. We have guys and gals who are just badass backcountry skiers, climbers, tons of people who hunt. So everybody can kind of come together and, impart different feedback, on the product side, sales side, whatever it might be. We also have in-house, R&D, the product development team. They sit, they have a computer right here, they spin around, their sewing machine is right behind them, right? We don't outsource design. It all happens in-house. So we get to rapid prototype stuff, beat it up, tear it apart, try something different, sew another one. And I think at the end of the day, it's like, we're not saying we're just hunters, we're just skiers, we're just, military. It's like, we just are pack makers. That's it. And so you get to take all that influence and expertise, and it's like, at the end of that's what we're going to make. We're not going to make, I don't think anytime soon, I don't, boots all of a sudden, or dog beds or anything like that. So it's like, we
Dog beds,
just
that's a good one, though.
make,
I got a
backpacks.
dog that won a Mystery Ranch dog bed. I just bought one actually.
Did
That
you?
would be- yeah.
Yeah, I'll get you one.
Zip. Do you have one?
No, but we can make one. It's like,
That'd be pretty awesome.
yeah, they're one-off.
Zip off, wash it, durable.
Yep.
I like it. There's 2 in a row.
Comes with an overload shelf. Yeah.
That would crush actually.
Straight Cordura.
Dogs love Cordura.
Upland guys?
Dogs love
yeah.
Cordura.
Upland bird dogs? God, I'm going to be so rich.
You're
after
2 for 2.
You're on one today. That mustache.
I know.
It is. I agree with that. I told Tim earlier, I wore my mustache and Birkenstocks just so he'd feel at home.
I do.
You know, he's from Bozeman.
I know.
I want him to feel like I'm completely out of his element.
I didn't.
So.
I landed in Nevada and I felt right at home.
It's Nevada.
It's painful.
I know. It's cringy. It's Colorado. Yeah. So that's kind of the backstory.
You guys only, I mean, you've mentioned you got all these different factions of Mystery Ranch. You make backpacks. I mean, how well does the outdoor rec crowd that works at Mystery Ranch gel with like the hunting crowd?
Yeah.
Is there?
Well, maybe it's a little different. I mean, in Montana, because so many people have so many, passions and sports and pastimes and things they like to do. So it's like, springtime rolls around, people go from like spring turkey to bear. It's like, oh, fishing season's here. We're going to go backpacking, got to go scouting. Then hunting season rolls in. Hunting season's done. Guess what? The snow flies. Time to go skiing. Time to go climbing. Rinse, repeat like that. So it gets along. There's no we don't have
Do a lot of people hunt?
Yeah.
You mean
Yeah.
at the ranch specifically,
Yeah, at the
though?
ranch.
Does an outdoor product developer get along with a hunting product
No, I
developer?
mean, no, I'm talking specifically
Oh, yeah,
about
at the
Mystery
ranch.
Ranch.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys look at your website and you
Oh, yeah.
scroll down through and you look at the different characters
Super diverse.
Oh, yeah.
that work
Super
there, I
diverse.
mean, it looks like a super diverse group
It's
of people that work there. I mean,
way
you can just tell
diverse.
by looking. And,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them got nose rings.
Oh
and-
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. And I think that's part of the, a little bit of the secret sauce too, right? It's not all one flavor. It's not just a bunch of white dudes, sitting around talking about hunting things. I mean, we do have the opportunity to like mix and match, and it's pretty cool too to see, people you would not expect be like really into hunting or really into whatever. You're like, oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've got Tom like on the repair. I mean, they completely renovated this van, and it's like livable, and they just like did everything themselves, and they like never expect it. So super diverse,
It's pretty unique
group.
within our space if you think about it. I mean, there aren't
Yeah.
many companies that are, doing a bunch of different things for a bunch of different types
Yeah.
of people and interests and recreations, and
Yeah,
it's kind of a unique set of circumstances.
it's
I
crazy.
should say.
Yeah, I mean, we've got distributor in Japan. We got a Mystery Ranch store.
Yeah, big in Japan, right?
Huge in Japan. I mean, this is not a joke. Dana goes there. It's like full on signing autographs time.
Really?
Yeah.
Celebrity.
He has an action figure of himself in Japan. I'm not
Wow.
joking. It's like an 8-inch Dana Gleason action figure, and so you go there. It's like you're gonna wait in line while he signs autographs and stuff. So he rolls into the store.
Dang, that's cool.
It's pretty
Rad.
cool. So for whatever reason, like it just really took off in that design style and that look and the story and stuff. So
There's a lot to do with how humble he is, too, though. There's a lot of owners that don't do what he does. That you just sit there and shake your hand, ask you about your kids, and then actually give a shit about what he's talking to you about, not just fill in a room because he walked by you. It's that's motivating to work for a guy like that.
Does
Yeah.
he hunt? Is he hunting?
no,
No,
he
never
skied and climbed back in the day and stuff. Yeah, but no hunting.
Open to it though,
Oh
obviously.
yeah. You make an elk burger, he'll eat it for sure.
We crushed those bear meatballs with him.
That's right. Yeah, at the last couple sales meetings
A couple ago.
Yeah.
That was actually quite a few ago.
Yeah, 19 or something like that, 18.
The other thing is, I looked through you guys' website. I mean, and I kind of already noted on it, but you have a bunch of different people that come from different backgrounds and have different skill sets. What I mean, it looks like you employ everybody from architect. One of the guys handles or whatever it is, his little thing said architect. Is that like an actual architect? Is it like he's a
It's like the systems architect, like
Okay.
he's building all the back end. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, but I mean, you must draw. I mean, you said you do everything in house, essentially, right? So I mean, what's the breadth of what you guys have actually at Mystery Ranch? You have designers, sewers.
Yep. Designers, sewers, CAD, laser cutters, heat press, all the, if you want to do all the raw material cutting, that kind of thing. We have manufacturing overseas, because it's just from a volume standpoint. But when it's developed, or if it's a smaller project for a military group that needs 50 of something, those can get, rapid protoed and then can actually produce
So you build those in-house?
Yeah, we do sometimes, for certain projects. Yep. Yep.
All your design, and so for example, today maybe we just leak it a little bit. We looked at you guys' lineup for the upcoming
2024.
Yeah, 2024, which is
Let's talk about exactly what it is.
yeah. Did you guys want to give any
It's just just redact the entire statement.
anything that you want to say there
I think
in
it's gonna
regards to the new
be-
stuff?
I think it's going to be a really welcome, refreshing kind of take on a tried and true. Let's put it that way.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
It's a good way to put it.
I was just going to walk out. I was like, oh, good to see you.
That's a pretty hot take, I'd say.
Yeah. Give it a shot.
So when you develop the tried and true, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a advancement or whatever you'd call it on your product line.
Mm-hmm.
Are those built in-house first?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are those tested? Like,
Yep. Yeah, it's like Alex Rich, the designer.
Yeah.
He will like somehow. I'm like I sewed like a flat bag. That's the other thing when you get hired, you have to do sewing training as a new employee, regardless of who you are.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Everyone does?
Everybody.
Can you sew a backpack?
No. I can sew my hand into something, but I literally sewed a flat bag like this big, and it like holds like my phone charger cable and stuff. I was so proud of it.
Do you
like,
still use it?
Oh yeah.
That's
it's like,
awesome.
It's like multicam and yellow on one side or something, and I was really proud of it. And then other people are like totally cranking out full backpacks, and I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty humbling. But I'm pretty proud of my flat bag. But yeah, so everybody does sewing training. So yeah, we have all that in house. As far as the ability to design, proto, go back and test it, etc.
Yeah,
sure.
I feel like a complete dumbass right now. I can't remember the film title of when we.
Oh yeah,
when I went
Bearing
up there.
the Load.
Was that what? Was
Bearing
that what
the
it was
Load.
called?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Of course, that's exactly what it was. I absolutely remember. But when I was up there, that's what I was the most blown away by, is how you guys are set up in-house, where like Alex Rich would.
Yeah.
They have all their old frames, all their old bags, like every single thing that they've ever had, even back to like Dana Design's time.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And he can go like peel off the shelf, take a piece from that, sew it, cut it into like a Marshall, and see if it'll work. Because it just everything's there.
Yeah.
He knows how to sew. He knows how to design.
Yep.
He does the CAD design, the whole thing, and it's like an hour, and he has a brand new, total prototype backpack.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just to see if it would work. That's where I was the most blown away and like saw firsthand how you guys can come out with stuff so quick and prototype stuff so quick.
Yeah.
That was incredible. What do you
Yeah.
get? You guys had like 50 sewers on the floor.
Oh yeah, I don't know
Right?
how many we have
50
now,
sew
but
or
there's
so?
a ton. Yeah, and there's like they have like sewing. There's like post sew. After something, it kind of moves down the line, so to speak, like what a waist belt looks like, right? You
Yeah.
don't think much of it. It's one of the hardest things to like construct, turn inside out, get the foam, everything. It's like they're really hard to build, and we kind of take them for granted. Like, cool, it's a waist belt, it's foam, it's some webbing, et cetera. It's amazing to watch these guys and gals do this. They just like crank through it, bing, bang, boom, and they get it, fully built. And you're like, God, was a pile of fabric an hour ago, and now it's a full.
We were in there and just showing me that everybody could sew. I love the Zoid bag. That's like one of my favorite little accessory bags. I carry it with me all the time. Like, and my travel kit, it's my bathroom kit. When I go hunting, it's all my cords and watch charger and inReach charger, all that shit. He's like, what color do you want? I'm like, I love orange. So he just makes me a Zoid bright orange bag. He's like, here you go. Holy shit. All right. We got a brand new Zoid bag that quick. It was pretty cool. They all know how to do it. It's awesome.
I wish I was way better. I don't spend enough time because
if
you can
you-
go in on Saturdays and you can work on your own
That's
projects.
what I was saying.
Really?
If you,
Yeah.
if you can start getting good at it, go in
know.
there and start,
know.
prototyping some of your own little things and test them out. It'd be pretty cool.
I need to do that. Yeah, you can go in on Saturdays
And just build your own little stuff.
Yep,
Tinker with it.
Yep, work on projects. Yeah, tweak stuff. Yeah.
Don't you feel like that's such a lost? I mean,
Part
I
of
think
it.
about, well, just in general, like, me, what can I, I could kill an elk.
Yeah.
But
What can you build? What can you make with your
I mean,
hands?
just that kind of thing. What can you manufacture, build with your hands, and what can you fix? It's just I think about my kids. I got 3 boys. I mean, I'll just put them on blast right now. I mean, they can't build shit.
Yeah, they're done.
And that's on me.
I agree. I have an 11-year-old son, and he's like, it's like I took him backpacking for the first time this weekend, and it was like 11, getting dark. He's like, when are we going back? And I'm like, see the tent? Like, we're not going anywhere, dude. Like, we are stuck, man. And so he was not digging it at first. So I'm like slowly trying to
get him into it.
and the whole screen time argument and all that. But yeah, it's a good point. I mean, it definitely is humbling because it's like, yeah, whoop-de-doo, spreadsheets, et cetera, crank through those things. But I can't build a backpack. I don't know, or I bring an idea, thing that's so great. And Alex Rich or a designer, somebody will be like, nah, it doesn't work that way. You can't physically do this, and the zipper's not going to do that.
Isn't that the most
You're
deflating
dumb.
thing?
Yeah, it's
You
like,
think you've hung the moon,
you're
and
like,
you're
look
just
at
like,
this.
I got the best idea in the world, Alex.
Yeah, politely, it's like, you're kind of dumb, and that zipper's not going to do that, so try again. So, which is good. But yeah, and then just, testing and, monkeying around with stuff is super fun.
How far out? So Alex Rich has an idea
Yeah.
for a pack. And then you want to put that pack into production and you're going to sell it. How many years out are you? typically? Just like how long are these in testing and development before somebody actually can log on to GOHUNT.com and buy it?
Well, like for example, next week we will be doing like another round of our 2025 review. So that's like not even fully baked, like what's going to happen, but getting closer and closer. And like the long range plan goes till about 2027. So it's 18 months ish, give or take, depending upon the complexity. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we flat out told you guys we love the MR packs and the brand and everything, right? But one of our biggest frustrations with you guys has been when we gave you very good feedback, right? Yeah, I think you guys would agree.
Oh, yeah.
It was in our office before this one, in the lobby. We basically tore down a lot of issues.
That was
right?
a fun day.
Right, but we gave you very valid.
I sobbed on the way out the door. I called Tim and said, Lorenzo just ate me. And then Brando ate me once Lorenzo was done. No face left.
And then you guys got face smashed by Porter on the way out.
Yeah.
But
then fitting Porter with a pack was another circus. Yeah,
it was a whole other circus, right?
It was a great
but
day.
we gave you guys very good feedback, right? There's good news in this too, by the way, that I'm gonna lead to. But we gave you guys really good feedback, and I had been there on the Bearing the Load film, and I had seen it, and it was so frustrating to hear. We want these changes. It's an absolute perfect pack for us.
Yeah.
You guys were, very interested in hearing our feedback. Maybe not as candid as we gave it back, but that's the only way we know how to do it. And you guys told us it was a year and a half out.
Yeah.
And we couldn't believe it. It was so frustrating.
Yeah.
Well, now the good news is what you guys showed us for 2024 is all of that feedback.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a weird thing. You guys can
That
do all
long.
that in-house.
Yeah.
You guys can make prototypes that fast.
Yep.
And then when it gets down to mass production, it really is a year and a half out.
It's insane. Yeah, and like if you're not in the industry, and before I was, understanding the cadence of production, testing stuff, like is it going to be this, is it going to be that, which fabric, which buckle, and then graze, right? All the raw material. Then you have to, color it and cut it. I mean, everything. And then it's like so much goes into every little piece and part. And that's the part I think that most people, and I still do it, to this day, kind of overlook like the life cycle and what it takes to go from concept to in your store. It's a freaking journey, and we get down and these like halfway knockdown, drag out battles on little things because a lot of thought and effort goes into this stuff, and so you try to pay attention to the details and get it right. But
How would you decide like a personal preference? Like if you're so dead set on this is the exact correct way to do it, and then someone else is like, no, this is actually the better, and you have to mesh it together to bring
They
it to
arm
market.
wrestle over
that's a
it.
fist fight. Yeah, that is.
That's where it probably gets kind of hard when you
Yeah.
have guys who are really certain ways. And
There's a fight club at the ranch.
That's
It's
right.
like out back. Yeah, that's how they
That's
settle
right.
it.
That's right.
That's the third best idea of the day.
Spinner
Pitch
fight
that
club.
when you get home. Ask Dane if he wants a fight club at Mr. Ranch.
He'd probably go for it. Yeah, I've got like empty room. I mean, that's a good question because it is, you get personally attached to something like, no, this is the right way to do it. And honestly, for me, it's like I have to try to bring in objective outside of, context of like, this is what I'm hearing from the market. This is what I'm hearing from other people. I agree with it or disagree with it is how I try to do it. And sometimes it just turns into like, I hate that color. I hate this. I hate that, whatever it might be. We keep it pretty respectful because at the end of the day, it's like the design side of it is, it's a ton of heavy lifting, right? They're doing all this work. And then if I come in as some jackass sales guy and say, I don't like that, it's not going to work.
Are you the guy that gets the final say?
No.
You're not.
No. I mean, it's pretty.
Is it democracy? You vote for it?
It's a under the table, somewhat bribe driven democracy. But yeah, I mean, there's a little.
Wait, so it's U.S. politics?
It's got a U.S. politics vibe to it. No, it's. I mean, at the end of the day, like if somebody's like, "Hey, it's it's going to be this way, and this is why." Thankfully, it doesn't get quite that far down the road where we start to kind of poke holes in it and be like, "All right, where are we going to land on this thing?" And then 9 times out of 10, we kind of come to an agreement and say, "All right, this is the right direction. I kind of see it now. Didn't really agree with it at the beginning, but now I kind of see where we're going." Or sometimes you just realize you're like, "Hey, let's not get in the way of it. Like good is better than chasing perfect, and you're gonna kind of screw yourself over if you sit there and spin on like it's got to be like that. It's got to be like that." It's like
We
pretty
never
soon.
do that here.
Nope. You never auger in on
we?
the details.
As a matter of fact, thinking about this fight club, we would be able to move much faster. The whole good is better than perfect. We need to learn how to better do that.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It is. It is tough. You get tied to it, right? We are our customer just the same way as you guys are, and it's hard to disconnect from that. It's hard to like not have that emotional attachment where you do find yourself withholding value to the customer because you're trying to make it so perfect.
Yep.
And then you finally 3 months down the road, you're like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah.
And then you release it, and it's the best thing ever. And
Yeah, you're
everyone
like-
loves it, and you're like, holy shit, could have had that a long time ago.
That is.
We
yeah.
need to learn that lesson more now so than ever.
Yeah, I agree. That's a tough one. Yeah.
Let's maybe we switch a little bit and dive into. I want to dive into actual packs. So
Uh-oh.
like part of the reasons
I was gonna talk about your mustache wax
you were.
preference, but
I don't
yeah.
have one. It's
You
just-
don't?
No.
It's just
He
pure.
looks
no
like
wax?
he's from Bozeman right now. He looks it.
I keep curling it. I'm working
Look
on
at
it.
that.
I just want some natural curl in it. Yeah.
Are you going to grow it out for hunting season?
Here's the thing: is
like the.
when I've been shooting my bow lately,
Uh-oh.
it kind of messes with my anchor point. I can't quite get used to it, so maybe I'll shave half of it.
Shape half.
No, I was gonna say
Just
it
half.
should be your anchor
Trendsetter.
point. You're
Just
just you
half.
just gonna
Here's
get
a
it right
funny
in there.
story. I used to work with this guy
Sure it was.
at the DWR. Super nice guy. He was the prairie dog biologist. And the first time I ever met the guy, he was sitting across the room from me, and it looked like he had half a mustache. And I was like, I could not figure out for the life of me why that guy would have half a mustache. And then I got up to him, and half of it was just blonde. He had kind of like a
like a albino mustache.
Yeah,
Like-
he had half
Whoa.
of it that was totally blonde, but he absolutely loved it and he rocked it. He grew it out, had twisting.
What was the other
but
side?
It was brown. Yeah.
Oh, my
it was
gosh.
perfect.
Yikes.
It was like this perfect skunk mustache, and it was his whole vibe. And you know what? Like normally, I'd be like, I don't know if that's the best look, but for this guy, it was perfect. Like it was perfect. Super
Just-
cool guy.
It's all about that self-confidence and owning it.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You own it, it is the
Yeah,
best vibe.
he rocked it. So maybe I'll go with half a mustache.
Prairie dog biologist.
Just twist the left side and keep that right side
Maybe
open.
one
Yeah.
up, one down.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you guys ever watch those like
Captain
beard
Morgan
growing
over here.
contests?
Yeah.
You guys ever seen those? They get those crazy.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna do that?
No, I can't. I
Can you
can't.
grow a beard?
No.
No?
Not like that.
Not like.
I mean, did you shave yesterday?
Yeah.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Did you
no.
just think real hard and it like
Yeah.
filled in perfectly?
No, mine's
and,
so
you know,
patchy.
See, the problem with that though is like the neck hair also matches the same as the facial
yeah.
hair growth.
Yeah.
So it's like I get a haircut and shave my face, and then literally 8 hours later, it looks like I'm homeless again. My neck's grown out, my beard's grown. I'm like, all right,
You're ready for
I'm just-
winter.
yeah, I'm just gonna wait.
Well, Brady, do you do that? You just think hard and the beard grows?
Yeah, my beard grows quite
Brady's
fast.
super thick too.
Yeah.
So was Neville's.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, you guys. Yeah.
I just never understood why mine like just straight color difference between my hair and my beard just goes red.
We were talking about this.
Oh yeah,
Look
there's
at
a
this.
little gray's going
Oh my
on now
God.
too. Yeah,
Old man.
I'm getting old.
Yeah, Tam, yours was brown when we first met.
It was
wasn't
brown like last week.
Like an
yeah.
hour ago.
Like an hour ago.
Before the
Yeah.
sales meeting.
Before the,
Because
yeah.
hanging out with
Stop
Porter too
projecting
much.
numbers.
I know. Freaking
Yeah.
Porter. That
Let's,
guy. He
let's-
gets his haircut every week, though, doesn't
He does literally every week.
That guy looks
I've said this, and I'm going to keep saying it. Standing appointment every 2 weeks at noon.
Really?
It is like clockwork.
Man, you know what?
And it's unbelievable that a guy can commit to that level. You know what I mean? Like that's more than a marriage commitment. That
Well,
is
look at
every
him.
2 weeks.
That
at
doesn't
noon.
happen
I-
by magic. That is
I
like,
get my
that is
haircut
what-
cut once a
premeditated.
year, literally once a year.
once.
Because I want to say I'm trying to save money. That's why
I'm like every 6 or 8 weeks.
You just had it cut.
I just had it cut and I feel naked.
Do you really?
I hate it.
What?
Yeah,
You just like it's a buzz cut to you right
yeah.
now.
I just need that long hair back. It needs to grow
flow.
really fast.
Season's coming.
Yep.
You'll be flowing in the wind shortly.
I need it. That's how I can tell where the wind's going.
Yep. Built in.
You're your own wind
have a
checker.
wind
Oh,
indicator.
wind checker. You
He's
guys
on
have all these
indicator.
bottles of powder now.
Yeah.
Just get long hair.
You're
You
full
just
of good
flow
ideas
it.
today.
trying.
Dude, you should sell it.
We're crushing.
That's a good
Snips
idea.
Huh? Little snips of his hair as wind
Yeah,
indicator.
there's a indicator.
The
Start selling little locks.
A little
Brady
ball.
cater.
Yeah, hanging off the end of your stabilizer.
Stabilizer.
You guys didn't do that back in the day?
Yeah, you always did a little-
You'd- yeah, you'd have a feather, or whatever.
Yeah.
You'd hang
Yeah.
off your riser
Piece
on
like
your belt.
Everyone did that at
floss,
one
like
point.
kinda-
Yeah, a little piece of floss
Yeah.
to give you some indication.
So here's a question. This maybe shows like because I'm arguably the oldest guy at the table. But did you
There's
ever
no,
hunt?
no argument there.
Yeah. Did you hunt pre-rangefinder days?
Oh, for sure.
Did you ever have the dial rangefinder?
No.
Oh my
What was
God.
it like
I
being
had-
around for Pearl Harbor?
It was amazing. You know, I would have a soda pop, and
How old
then
are you, Tim?
48.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
40. I'll be 44, so
Yeah.
I'm not too far behind you.
Yeah. So how old are you? Are you even 40 yet?
No, I'll be 37 next week.
What? That's it.
Yeah.
Babes.
Holy shit. Yeah. I just
Yeah.
remember my uncle was, he actually owned an archery shop in Central California. And his nickname was Grizz because he was like, short dude, like 2 times wider than you. And
That's a lot.
he was muy grande. And this is back in the day when overdraws were really a big thing.
Oh yeah.
And we go hunting in the place we mentioned earlier that will not be named. And he was just built like a brick shit house. And he, no joke, had a 100-pound bow built by Martin, and
Jeez.
with the limbs, the whole 9 yard. This was back he would hunt Catalina Island back when you could. And he has this jacket, like old school duck camo, artificial fill. For every animal they killed, they had patches made.
Really?
Just like goat, sheep, goat,
It's like
pig,
a
goat.
Leatherman or
It's like a biker.
Letterman for
It's like this
Awesome.
biker jacket kind of thing. And
We need to bring that back.
We're doing that.
Should we bring this back? This is a great
Another-
idea.
another great
Podcast
idea.
with these guys every week.
Yeah.
Just think of the ideas that have come out of it.
Should we do a Letterman
Yeah,
jacket for hunting?
we should.
That'd be awesome.
I mean,
With a
it was,
patch.
I got to call him up because if I can find it, it's the most epic thing on the planet. And then he gave me one of his shirts. I don't know where the hell he had it made, but it says GOHUNT Catalina, and it's got an outline of a Spanish goat on it. And I still have it, and it's like so thin and frayed, and I'm gonna put it behind glass or something. But
Wow.
yeah, but he went up, for 5-6 years, he had the number 9 Alaska moose bow kill. And so yeah, he was a hardcore dude, but yeah, that guy kind of turned me on to bow hunting and everything like that. But first time we were out there, I'm like 16 years old or something like that, and he's like, "Here, use this." And I have 3 pins on this old Martin Prowler. The cams are like
brass
this,
pins.
Yep, brass pins.
Yeah.
The cams like size of Oreo cookies.
Yep.
It's like 0 freaking let
stabilizer.
off, no stabilizer. You don't need fingers,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
release.
Yep.
And he's like, "Here, use this," and he hands me this thing. It looks like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, you hold it you have to dial with, hold it with 2 hands and dial. And it's literally like a rangefinder camera.
Yep.
So when the image becomes clear, and then you look at the corresponding number on the dial. So
Nope, I was not around for that.
Yeah.
Essentially, it was a calculation based on the width
yeah,
of the animal,
yeah,
right?
something like that.
Like you
it
would
was-
dial it until the
Yeah, and it would split image, and when they came
Yeah.
focused, there's a little wheel with the numbers
Yeah.
corresponding, and then you're like, let it fly.
We've came a long ways in technology.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So after
That's
that,
crazy.
I hung up my loincloth and got into,
You bring that back.
you bring that back with the Letterman shirt or the jacket. So
This would be a whole vibe.
Well, there's the whole vibe of the hipsters. They brought typewriters back. Remember it was when we were in college.
Yeah.
I feel like
Trucker
when it was-
hats.
Yeah,
I mean-
but all that real hipster stuff started coming back, where people were literally in the courtyard or whatever it's called,
Yep.
like the circle. They were on typewriters, and
Yeah.
let's just bring back all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna go for it,
All the good stuff.
yeah.
I was just telling Brady I was at Walmart doing my grocery shopping over the weekend. And there was a guy in front of me, and that guy had probably $2,500 worth of car audio equipment that he was buying. Speakers, subwoofers, CD face, the whole thing. And I was just like, oh, remember when people spent just a metric shit
Yeah.
ton of money to put into their car, and y'all
The
had
booming
the
system,
Yeah, the
yeah.
pop-off little CD things
Yeah.
that you'd take.
Alpine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had 412s. My very first, I had a Tahoe. I had 412s and a Kenwood.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
It was the worst decision my parents ever made.
The one with the screen popped out.
Yeah, oh yeah, like the whole thing. And then I had 412s. I'm 16, don't even know how to drive.
Yeah.
But I'm listening to music.
at 1,000 decibels.
Yes,
Way
it's
too loud to
shaking.
drive.
How bad is
Four
it?
cars
I'm
behind me
gone.
can feel the bass. That's what I was. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I love that guy. I was like, way to go, man.
Yeah.
He's going to drive around and be bumping.
Yeah.
Where you can hear the trunk rattle.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know he's
Yeah.
walking out to a 91 square body Chevy pickup. The
I
hood
hope.
is a different color. Yep.
Yeah.
Some Run DMC or something.
So
Yeah,
that's a question for you guys, though, then. What do you think? Is there the pendulum or sort of like a circular nature to this whole thing? Not to say we're going to go back to shitty cams and, that style of rangefinder, but has it gone too far? Is it too techie, or what's next?
I think it's a
Older
natural
skin.
progression. I mean, everyone wants to use technology, and all of a sudden you get a bunch of stuff under you start killing more animals, and you got to want to take it back again.
Yeah.
I think
You're
trends
not
are
gonna-
probably going to go backwards.
Yeah.
Throw
Yeah, I
back
think
to old school
Long
technology.
bows
Yeah.
and you can always go trad and things like that.
I think humans are so biologically programmed from where we came from, like the hardships. Yeah, of course, you take the easy route on everything, but when it does get too easy,
Yeah.
you start to just biologically are motivated to make it harder on yourself. So you start to almost work backwards, right? Like when life gets too easy, you start to You know, I've killed so many animals with a gun. Now I'm going to go with a bow. Now I'm going to go traditional. I think you get successful enough that you almost start to walk it backwards. But I do think there's a natural progression of consistently and always it's going to be made as easy as possible. And then the guys at the top are always, you know, or the ones that are looking to make their lives harder will kind of work it backwards.
Try for this. The
Yeah,
challenge.
I don't know. It's we've talked about it. The radios to long range shooting to like where is that? Where's the line? Where does it stop? Where does it go? Stuff.
Yeah,
Get some super techie plaid clothes.
Yeah.
that's right.
That's what we should bring back. Red, plaid, blue
Yep.
jean camo.
I think it's a progression. I think it's a personal thing too. I think it's like Lorenzo says. You start with a rifle, you kill some animals with a gun. You think, oh, bow hunting's pretty cool. You get the latest, greatest compound, and
Yep.
maybe that you just hit a point where you're like, maybe I'm so effective with this, I want to try traditional and work back. But I think, I mean, just generally like in popular culture, I mean, if you look at the, you know, what's
Anything
popular.
cell phones, you name it.
Yeah, I mean, we're all kind of longing for what was. I mean, you look at Stranger Things, the popularity of
Oh,
that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, my hell.
I just want cargo shorts to come back. My ex-wife made me burn them all, and I don't have them anymore. I'm just regretting that life decision of why I got rid of all my cargo shorts. Those are great. I
So
could
many
throw-
pockets to carry your
Yeah,
stuff.
so many pockets.
This is
Below the knee or above
room
the
for
knee?
activities.
Below the knee.
Below the knee cargo shorts.
Yep. below the
everything
knee.
he wears is below the knee.
I have such a long leg. I mean,
Show it off, man.
Yeah, that's what
Probably
we
should.
should. This is
5
it's
inch
funny. I
inseam.
got in a conversation over the weekend about like you talking what's hot and trendy. Everybody's looking for something. This ice bath thing is driving me insane. It's
dumb.
It's literally driving me insane. Okay, look, I am a biohacking
Junkie.
freak. Like I'm a junkie. I love all that stuff. I
Yeah.
constantly am working on it and trying to the best of my ability, and I do ice baths. But these people who have are talking about this profound change
Right.
mentally
They saw
from
God
3
and stuff.
minutes
Yeah.
in an ice bath. Look, your body definitely appreciates it. No one will ever argue that. But for you to sit there and tell me that you have this profound mental change because you just did something hard first thing in the morning, like you're at your house.
Yeah.
You get out of the ice bath, you got a towel, you got a heater,
Yep.
you walk into your kitchen, you got food, your wife's making your breakfast.
Getting a cappuccino.
It's 3 minutes. When you get in the backcountry, and you are 3 days away from the truck, which is then a day away from your house. Like that's a true mental separation. These people, this whole profound ice bath 3 minute thing is driving me
It's
nuts.
just a look at me thing. It's an
That's
Instagram
all it
thing.
is.
It's a look at me.
That's all it is.
I did something hard today. Hard.
I already won the
Being
day. I did 3
right.
minutes of an ice bath. It's 3 minutes.
Have you looked at the prices of those? I actually looked
Yeah,
them
they're
up the other day.
$11,000
Yeah,
for
seriously?
the-
They're over 10 grand.
I thought it was a
Yeah.
horse trough and 15 bags of ice.
No, that's Montana
That's what it
style.
should be.
Okay, I thought it was
Eastern Montana.
Yeah, that's Eastern
No,
Montana.
look,
Yeah.
I'm all
You made
like
your
I
bed.
said, I'm all for it, and I do it, and
Yeah.
the body recepts it extremely well for the recovery aspects. But like this whole mental change, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
It'd be more
stretch.
impressive.
It's a stretch. You get out to a towel. Your wife. Like you got food right there.
So you're saying we should cancel that order in the GOHUNT gear shop for ice baths? You can't buy those.
can't buy
not available.
Not yet. Not
Darn
yet.
it.
You get a horse trough, though. That's the lightweight model.
Speaking of pain and suffering on the other aspect, is that branding thing part of this whole podcast deal? Do we have to all get one of those?
You have to get a brand.
Tramp stamp?
Yep.
Hello.
I can't keep looking over there like think somebody's getting
You're
branded
welcome.
today.
You can be the first brand. We'll do it for you.
That's fine.
Sweet.
That's fine. It'll be my second one. It's fine.
Man, we walked that way down the road.
I love it. But you do bring, I just remember reading some, because I geeked out on some article. There was like a Scandinavian biathlon, like an Olympic coach, and he talked about that. Always making the athletes do super cold, super hot, super cold, super hot showers, and they end with cold. And he said it like improved, muscle soreness, all this stuff. I mean, it's like full on scientific, but yeah.
Body recovery.
Body recovery.
But as far
Yeah.
as mental goes, it's 3 minutes.
Yeah, it feels good. And it's like shocking to the system, and then you're over it.
And you feel good afterward. Like, do you guys ever feel good on your drive home after 12 days of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
Nothing feels better than that.
oh, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. But like, all right, the next day after you get home and wake up, you feel like you got hit by a Mack truck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's, I don't know. It's so frustrating to me. Anyways, we can move on.
But that's good. That's the rant. Rant achieved on people who shouldn't compliment.
So we'll look for your Instagram post tomorrow.
On the my ice bath.
Of you and your ice bath.
I need you in your underwear.
Yep.
Sure.
That's
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stamp
Make,
on.
make sure you hit all of them.
I'm going to do it.
It's going to feel great on your brand.
Oh my God. Got to ice that sucker down. That's right.
Let's talk about backpacks.
You want to?
I want kind of.
All right.
Do you
we'll
want
talk
to?
about backpacks.
We don't have
Dive
to.
in.
I mean, this is pretty great. I like ice baths.
I do too. I mean,
Can you take your backpack in the ice
you
bath?
do. You fill it with ice. And you bring it in.
There we go.
Make it harder.
Boom.
Make it hard.
You hike with it. So when you get to the top, it's lighter because it's melting. So it's, yeah. So
wow, that's a good training
Then it's easier on your knees on the way down. So.
Yeah, wow.
Check.
Tim's found his true medium. He's coming into himself.
Get
When
ready.
does your podcast launch?
It is not coming out anytime soon that I'm aware of. Yeah. I'll get one rolling soon. Yeah.
Oh man, too funny.
Backpacks?
Backpack.
Maybe.
Come on. Okay, what's your view on hip packs? Come on, fanny pack.
Don't use them.
Why? Why not?
It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
Love them.
Are you
Love
talking
'em?
about like
Love 'em.
day to day?
Like a
Day-to-day
hip
fanny
monkey,
pack.
whatever. You know, you want to use it just to.
Like if I go to Disneyland,
Or you're
is that
like-
what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're one of
No,
the kids.
I don't use them.
There's
What?
some super teched out ones nowadays. I see on the
Pistol,
internet.
tourniquet, Sour Patch Kids.
Yep.
Great.
Patch Kids.
That's great.
That's your spike in it.
When I'm in like athletic or athleisure, as
Yep.
Porter likes to call it, when I'm in those like weekend
Yeah.
travel, I do love a good
Because you
fanny
can't
pack.
put
yeah.
the cell phone and everything else. It's like.
Yeah, and you know, your back sweats with a backpack on, which you know when you're out with the kid. I don't know. I feel with my kid, it's helped because you need a lot of stuff for a kid and you know,
yeah.
and you don't have anything on your back. So when I'm in those kinds of clothes, yes, but normal day to day when I'm seeing people that I know, you know, like we
You're
know
like,
each
you're
other.
at the rock. You're not rocking the leather.
Yeah, yeah.
up front.
When I'm with people who know me and we know
Right.
each other, I don't do that.
Yeah.
This is totally incognito.
Yeah.
So when I went to Tajikistan
Oh,
on
yeah.
that Marco Polo hunt, I kind of wish I would have had one. For
Yeah.
all those traveling, carrying passports and all sorts of random charge
Random
cords and stuff like
cash
that,
and
like
all
going
that
through all these
stuff.
airports and the cash thing.
Yeah.
I did see a lot of people with little fanny packs when I was doing the little
Well,
tourist
it's,
things.
know.
it's consolidated.
Yeah.
If I'm wearing it in the front and you're going toward this area of my body, we have a problem.
Yeah, right. So you know exactly where it's
That's where
at.
my money is. My
Do
passport.
you though?
No,
my
do you?
pistol.
You've either
It depends.
paid
Well,
for
if
it
you invite him,
or
Find the problem. When is it not a problem?
Okay. When mama's going jump, but
Mama no
it's-
like it.
You know,
It looked really handy.
that's where the appendix carry thing came from. It's fast, but it's also like if you're coming to this part of my body uninvited,
Yeah.
then here we go. It's a
It
party.
is.
Let's do it.
So is that the next Mr. Ranch line?
Well, I mean, we've got them. You know, the
got a
hip
lot of
monkeys and stuff, and they're
Oh, you
super
do have
popular.
them.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
we've got
I think
a
the
ton
new
of
way to
them.
wear it is like bandolero style.
Yeah, yeah, crossbody.
Yeah.
I've
I
got
feel
one.
like that's a boob play for the girls. I feel like that's just a boob pop play.
Is it?
Oh, I tell my wife that all the time. What are you trying to do here? Isn't that? I'm not mad about it. I'm not telling you mad about it. I just say I think it's a boob pop play.
I don't disagree. I think a lot of, you know, we'll call it street culture has blended over into normal, you know, like so yeah,
Like the
it's become a
outdoors,
thing.
drifted, and yeah.
It's become a thing, yeah, over the shoulder. I don't get it.
The only time I do it is I've used when I just retroed to like a little fly fishing vest. I just throw boxes of flies in there, some other shit, and then just throw it over my shoulder and go.
My dad did used to use one for whitetail hunting.
Really?
He could carry some of his climbing sticks and
Oh,
all that
yeah.
stuff in there. Like, he had a little fanny pack thing. It had all his little hunting accessories in there.
rad.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I think he still might have it back at home. I should try to
See?
find that. It was pretty cool.
You
looking.
use one then.
Bring it out.
You're
Oh,
You're all in.
Oh, I love it. Like in the city, it's a great. I mean, it's a great place to carry a pistol. It's a great place to just, again, like for me, it's gummy bears, a tourniquet, and a pistol, and then we're good.
So is it the
There's
hip?
nothing
That's-
I can't
that's
do.
Disneyland.
There's
That's
nothing I
Disneyland
can't do.
So is it the hip monkey? Is that the go-to? Or
There's
is
a
it
hip
the
pack. Those things
Forager
are the
hip pack?
size of a
Which
cell
one's your
phone.
go-to?
I like that
I think
one
it's that
right
hip,
there.
No,
The hip
it's that.
one.
I think the hip mini is the one I've been using
I like
lately.
that one. That thing holds like.
We don't have those.
Honestly,
in
did not know you
Gear
guys
Shop.
had those.
Oh yeah,
Did
Probably
not know
ought
that.
to.
yeah.
Do you guys sell those well?
Yeah,
You do?
internationally for sure.
Should we
See,
carry
the
them?
international
I don't know.
thing,
I mean,
so-
if you think, test drive a few. And then let's see some photos of some people killing.
I'm
I
a-
want to see the biggest game animal killed with the smallest kit carried.
Oh,
There we go. There's a challenge.
What do you think of that? I will send anybody a fanny pack to test drive it.
Anybody.
We got to take her over there. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's
Want
got to
it?
be M81.
The one- okay.
Oh
We
man,
can do
now
that.
we're getting the juices flowing.
Wouldn't that be sweet? But you can't. That's it. Like no bino harness, nothing. Like you
No,
can carry
not-
your binos,
not
but they got to be
DPM.
slung.
You
I think
can't
Brady
do
Get
that.
some game bags in
Like-
there, kill kit.
Yeah,
like-
that one's pretty big. Like you can get a lot in that. thing.
Okay. That's
I think-
ultralight.
No
I mean,
load
that way I
shelf,
can carry my
baby.
14-pound rifle.
No load shelf.
Yeah, that's right. So you're just like
Brady should wear one, and we'll see how many comments he gets on it.
Just use that in my gear list.
Yeah, and then we'll see if that'll be like our defining factor. If
oh,
we're
kind of
gonna
like
carry it or not.
you don't even mention it. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's
there.
just there.
It's like your watch.
Yeah, casually
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and we'll see how many people. Yeah.
Well,
I bet I get a lot of comments. People
This is a
wanna buy 'em.
sociological test. Like, this is sort of like people are going to.
Was this your whole ploy of bringing this up? Like, hey,
No.
do you guys use fanny
Fanny
packs?
packs.
No, I was just really curious.
Do you know
'cause-
what? Let me tell you why fanny packs are awesome. Oh shit, you don't carry them?
What?
Oh, damn it.
Damn it. No, I was always curious because I saw him in the airport coming here the other day, and it's like, guys, gals, crossbody, everything. It's like every color, shape, and size. And I was like, I don't wear one very often.
Yeah.
I can't do the crossbody thing as a guy though. I still just own the straight up around the waist. Like,
Oh man,
here we
you're
go.
like, yeah.
No insecurities.
Oh man,
None.
I'm in. And you can't wear it on your back, so that's the whole point.
Yeah.
You're stealing my shit.
Do you wear it up
Like,
front or out back?
Just go off the side. You know?
That way you sit down in a chair
Like
too.
a
It's like
10
right in
like a
front.
10
You can grab
o'clock.
it.
Yeah, because you don't want to hang in between your legs. You know,
Right.
a little 10 o'clock.
Well, 10 o'clock.
10
See
o'clock.
that?
Okay.
God.
I like it.
Maybe.
All right.
Try it.
I'm in.
Try it.
Backpacks?
All right.
Send
I'll
pics.
get one. I just carry like a small wallet. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
You got your phone.
No tourniquet,
yeah, for a
no
pocket.
Sour Patch Kids.
Pack
Oh,
a,
man.
your
You're
pack of
missing out on
cigarettes.
You're not gonna get that lumpy
When-
butt
when
with
you
your
expect-
wallet.
Six.
I roll those in the sleeve.
When
Do
you
you?
need
Yeah.
one or the other,
Yep.
you need
Slip
them.
the hair back.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah, you could tell,
Your
right?
Walkman.
Yeah, with my cappuccino.
Nice. You want to talk about backpacks earlier. Is that right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, let's.
I'd love to.
I just want to know. So Mystery Ranch, I think a lot of people, just feedback that I get, people like Mystery Ranch pack because it's comfortable. That's pretty common feedback that we get. I know
Yep.
that the Guide MT frame, you got the 5-piece hip belt.
Yep.
Like, what is it? I mean, what is it? Is that? And I wanted to ask the question. Maybe I'll lead into it with this question. So, durability,
Yep.
comfort, functionality. How would you rank those for you?
I mean, I think durability always kind of leads the charge. We start at times have been accused of overbuilding things, but at the end of the day, I don't like to replace my pack, very often. I don't like to repair it. It doesn't help to repair something 3 miles in or have something blow out. So I think durability has never been a question. And I think a lot of that stems from the military side of things for sure.
Let's throw lightweight with functionality in there. So you got durability, lightweight, and what was the other one?
Comfort.
Comfort.
Yeah. I think you want to rank them or
Yeah, rank them for you.
Oh, for me personally.
Yeah.
Are you
Both
guys
of
gonna
you.
like pick our favorite or why?
Oh, for me?
Both of you. I'm just
I would
interested in
go-
your guys' frame of mind. When you go hunting with a backpack,
Comfort first.
comfort first.
Yeah, because it's like I look at like either the boots I'm wearing or whatever. I mean, it's something that's either going to be carrying a decent amount of weight or hopefully at the end of the hunt a lot of weight. And I'm trying to maximize comfort, minimize discomfort because you think about like a small blister in a boot, right? It'll jack up the whole hunt, the whole day. When you have a gnarly blister if you don't get it taken care of. And I just think uncomfortable packs that like ride to low, high, whatever hot spots is just. I'm thinking about that. I'm not thinking about the hunt. I'm not thinking about the climb or whatever it is. So for me, I'd rank comfort for sure. Durability is kind of on par with lightweight because I'm not like extremely hard on gear, and the way we build stuff is way better than what it exceeds anything I'm going to do to like beat up a backpack or anything. And lightweight is subjective, I mean, I know you're kind of a lightweight dude, but you have a 72-pound
He's saying you're
rifle.
small.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
He just said you're small.
It's lightweight in your preference of carrying gear, and heavy rifle, lightweight gear.
As he pops his packs, did you see that?
I saw him. He did a little
Did I?
flex right there.
Yeah, a little
I
peck-
just alpha
little peck
mailed,
pump.
I think, or I got to do an ice
I
bath.
weighed
I'll be right
192
back.
pounds this morning. I was feeling jacked until I came in here.
I'm going out back. There's an ice bath somewhere. So lightweight for me is like subjective because either I don't know what's 8 ounces here, a pound there, that kind of thing. Don't be a pussy. Yes. Something like that.
Yeah.
We must be an hour in.
That's like, what is the end goal with lightweight? When everybody talks about ultralight, lightweight, at what point is it too light? At what point, at what point does that become a
tip
factor?
over? I think when it affects your comfort and your safety. And you see it.
Safety is a big one. I think.
Yeah,
A lot
and
of
you
people don't
really see
consider
it in like that ultralight backpacking communities where these guys are carrying, there's that whole, and that's a fucking rabbit hole, but traditional backpacking is sort of like north of 30 pounds, your base weight. Sub, whatever it is, 20 is ultralight, sub 10 pounds base weight is like super ultralight. There's guys hiking the entire Appalachian Trail, PCT, 1,000 miles or whatever, starting out without food and water, 10 pounds a year. and then they restock as they go. But they are sleeping on, I'm not joking, like this is their, that's their pad.
Little space blanket.
Yep,
for sleeping
they sleep
bag.
on like this, a
Why do you hate
3/4 inch
yourself that
pad.
much? I don't
Yeah,
understand. that.
Dyneema tarp, no pillow, one change of clothes. I'm like, if your goal is to just cover shit piles of miles quickly and very, very light, that's, there's an argument to say, okay, you did it, you checked that box, but it doesn't sound fun at all. Like to me, I'm like, no way. I like to eat too much. I like to sleep when I can be comfortable. I want a decent tent if the storm comes in and shit goes sideways. So I think it's pretty subjective. Like that to me is the extreme side of it. You see it in climbing too, like alpine climbing. Guys take off on massive routes and they literally have only enough gear and protection to get up and over and off the route. If they have to go up and try to rappel and get off of it during a storm, they don't have enough gear to physically get off it. So a lot of times they call it failing up. Like they have to just get up and off the damn thing. And there's no margin for error with that. And that's like super extreme. Like I've never been on a hunt where I'm like, oh my God, I might die, if I don't like get out of here. Because I usually have enough gear to just, ride it out. It's not my living room, but it's just fine.
Well, we talk about this too with hunting. The really interesting thing about hunting is like, okay, yeah, we have to get in there, right? We're on trails to get in there, much similar to a backpacker or ultralight backpack or whatever. But we have to perform back there.
Yeah.
Like we have to perform a task.
You're not just sitting around the
that you
campfire.
can't bank on any sort of outcome or how much energy it's going to take. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you have to work your absolute ass off. So you have to perform while you're back there. And there are certain things that help you perform, right? Fueling your body properly, getting proper sleep and recovery.
Yep.
There are things that help you perform. So with hunting, the whole ultralight concept, which of course we're all trying to shed weight. Brady sheds weight in some of the craziest ways possible, but then he has a 14-pound rifle because
You guys
of performance.
You guys didn't see all the comments lately. People tell me, well, you're all this ultralight guy. Why don't you shave your beard, shave your stupid haircut,
Oh my God.
and then shave all your body hair? And I'm like, okay, you're a gym hunter. Okay.
Yeah, well,
You're a gym hunter. You're
Gym
not.
rat.
Most
like,
of those are just my burner account.
That's Terrell roasting me all the time.
That's right.
That's taken to a little extreme level on the ultralight side.
but with hunting, it is not ultralight. Like
No.
of course we are all trying to save weight. It'd be dumb for anyone to say that they're not trying to save weight.
Yeah.
But you are there to perform a task that you can't calculate of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You just
Yep.
know that okay, there's this overall task I have to accomplish, but you can't bank on any sort of work that's going to go in or out of it to get it done, right?
And the longer the hunt goes on and you knock something down, you got to be ready to pack. It's
There,
like
take
more
it
work
out.
when you're the most kind of wasted.
Yeah, and
you're doing the
that's
most
the
work.
really interesting thing for us that we talk about with hunting is everybody talks about going into the backcountry comfortable, and there is too comfortable. We talk about porter with bagels and pesto and tortellini and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing, right?
Barber
I
meets
mean,
him at the trailhead.
Better be ready
Yeah.
to haul it, But at the same token, you can't go too light either because
Yep.
you're there to perform a task, and there are definitely certain things that your body needs to help you perform. So it's like, where do you
Totally.
draw that line?
And you're still hunting in the inclement weather. Like you still have to perform when it's raining and snowing. And
Yeah.
You could be back there for 8 days. You could be back there for 14 days, right? It's just you
So
have
Porter
to
brings
survive.
bagels.
Tortellinis and pesto.
Dude, where do I
cheese,
sign?
all kinds of stuff.
See, that's my spirit
Llama.
animal.
Llama
There's
hut.
nothing like a backcountry bagel. I'll
true.
die on that hill. I'm on that hill for sure with Porter.
Well, I was reading some blog from a dude who's like this guy Andrew Skirka. Have you ever heard of him? He's, I think, hiked in the last, his adult life over 30,000 miles. I think he hiked like unsupported across Alaska, the Yukon. He's done Canada to the Mexico border. I mean, you name it, he's done it. Like probably the most dialed like backpacker.
What's this guy's name?
Andrew Skirka.
This guy just named down.
Skurka. And like his gear list and everything, it's like you can learn a pile from that and apply it to hunting. Like, and I really liked his methodology. And people were like, "Well, what about this? And what's the lightest of that?" And they're like picking apart. Like I think it was like his first aid and his like his med kit. And he's like, "I don't even weigh it. I don't care what it weighs because what I take in it is exactly what I need to like handle minor injuries, a burn, et cetera, et cetera." He's like, I don't care what it weighs because if I were to screw around with like, okay, don't take this and take one Band-Aid instead of 4, or don't take that wrap and et cetera. He's like, I've minimized my safety net with the thing that I know based on his experience, right? Which helps a lot. What will keep me, running smoothly from blisters, a burn, et cetera, that kind of thing. And it's kind of like, he's like, I don't weigh it, but he weighs everything else, you know, but he's like, that's the thing I don't even need to worry about. It's kind of the safety method of like, you go in with certain gear. I don't care what it weighs. I'm not like not going to bring it because it weighs quote unquote a lot. I don't even know, you know, what's the definition of that.
That's how the analogy I use is my rifle and my optics. Like
Yeah.
the rifle
Exactly.
rifle's sole purpose is to kill. I don't
Yep.
care what it weighs. I'm very confident with the heavy rifle. Optics are to find the animal to kill.
Yep.
Everything else I can cut.
Yeah.
I don't care what those two objects weigh, because those are what's going to make me successful when it
Yep.
comes down to it. But everything else, I can cut things here or there.
Yeah.
As long as I don't get the safety.
Would you say that that's kind of Mr. Ranch's approach to a pack then? I mean, you make a lightweight pack, you cut where you can,
Mm-hmm.
but ultimately, would you suggest that the higher priority is comfort, durability?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and I mean the durability comes through with, you know, not only how is it going to, you know, if you're dropping it on, because like ultralight gear, and more so on like the outdoor side, you got to be pretty damn careful with it. You know, Dyneema and all these different things, they're fragile. And I think on the hunting side, and it can be overbuilt, right? That like for example, the military line, way harder user group. That's not for the hunting side, and you just don't need it all. So it's like scale it back to kind of that sweet spot. And for right now, I think we're trying to figure it all out always, but I think we've kind of nailed it from a durability standpoint and comfort from, you know, if you know, foam does weigh a lot. Obviously that's where you get your comfort from, the construction and that. You cut too much of it, yep, it's gonna be really light, but man, it's gonna carry like shit. You know, it's gonna dig into your shoulders. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's, I think, like you were saying, the methodology of get it as light as you can without compromising the end goal. And if that is for whoever, if it's like super organized comfort, you know, pesto till, you know, next Tuesday kind of style of hunt, then go for it. But if it's like super pared down and that's all you need, then I'd say go that route. Because like I was watching something, your food analogy, like you eat just to like stay fueled, right?
Get sodas as fuel.
I'm always like, God dang it, man. Like I need like for a little bit of variety, and there's going to be some, you know, a few things in my food bag. Yeah, I can't quite do that. I need the bagel.
Yeah, I can't either. It's just,
I like my food.
yeah, me too. Yeah, I think it's an interesting idea to kind of kick around, you know, and I agree. I mean, I think you got to be lightweight enough, but you don't need to be so lightweight that you're compromising your ability to comfortably carry a lot of weight when you do actually kill an animal. And then I've had a ton of people ask me like, oh, well, you know, pack whatever it's not the lightest. There's definitely lighter packs on the market. I'm like, that's true, but it also won't rip at the shoulder strap when you've got a hindquarter of an elk in there.
Yeah.
Which is worth more than lightweight.
Right, and worrying about it a little bit.
Worrying about it the whole time. I've had packs. I remember I packed out a mule deer. I won't say the brand, but I had pretty much a whole mule deer, and I had a shoulder strap completely, you know,
Blow
rip.
up,
Blow out. It sucked. I mean, I had to tie that thing up. I had, 5 miles to get out. And it was a complete shit show.
There's nothing worse than that.
I would have traded every ounce at that point
for a different pack.
For a different pack.
Yeah.
And a shoulder strap that worked.
Yep.
And Brady and we went high country, Colorado, very heavy packs because we didn't know what we were doing on the film side of things at the time. And my waist belt blew out on the way out. Remember that?
Yeah.
So not only did I have an injury in the backcountry, I blew my knee out, an old injury that crept back up on me. But then halfway on the pack out to get back to the truck, my hip belt went out.
Just blows.
So now I got a bum wheel and I got a hip belt that doesn't work. So I have just all kinds of weight pulling my shoulders back.
Jesus.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
I would have done anything for a
new pack.
2-3 pound heavier. I won't say the brand either. I had an ultralight pack at the time. Considered ultralight.
Yeah.
And the hip belt blew out. I mean, I had too much weight in there from all the camera gear and everything we were carrying out. We were soaking wet. I'm sure that had something to do with it too. But man, I would have gladly carried 2 extra pounds in just the pack itself to not have that happen.
For sure.
You even snapped a trekking pole coming out because all your weight was
It was like a
leaning on one
WWE
thing.
episode on the way out.
Yeah, it was absolutely brutal, and that's why I blew out the trekking poles. Yeah, I had a bum wheel, but at the same time, like I had this awkward weight that I couldn't really control. Like it was controlling me. You know what I mean? Nothing's flat back there.
Yeah,
everything's unstable footing, and yeah, I blew out a trekking pole and had to run 2 sticks on each side of it, wrapped it up in a bunch of electrical tape, and like basically built a stint on it.
Yeah,
and had to get it done, but it was absolutely brutal.
That's crazy. Have you been injured? Anybody been really injured out hunting or in the backcountry?
No, tweaked backs and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but not.
That knee, that was
super
that
serious.
was an old football injury that I never had fixed and crept back up. It was pretty brutal in the time. I
Yeah.
spent an entire day nursing it, just getting ready to get out, basically.
Yeah, I'm always worried about that. Doing something great, you slip on a,
Yeah.
scree hill or in
I've
the
had some
rain or
falls.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've passed out.
Have you?
we talked about that. Yeah,
Was that the antelope hunt?
No, yeah, I did then too. No,
Well, that was a
out from it.
I did pass. Yeah,
the junk shot.
yeah. Oh,
That was
I
the,
passed out.
God,
Yeah, I took one
It
of
was
those
like-
pop out hub
yeah.
blinds. Yeah, I took
It
one
just
right to the cherries.
absolutely.
Yeah,
drop
the
kicked
carbon
you.
rod. You know what I'm talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the carbon rod that goes to the four corners. It
Yeah.
popped out of the one corner as I was trying to twist it and just tagged me right in the cherries.
Like 150 mile an hour fastball.
I mean, it would be like
Yikes.
bending. Yeah, I mean, bending a carbon rod that's what, maybe quarter-inch in diameter, completely straight back, and then just
And
letting it
rip.
fly.
It's like an episode of Jackass.
Yeah,
oh
it
my
got-
God.
How long were you standing there before you passed out?
So I started laughing at first because I was like,
As
I
you
can't
should.
believe I just got hit in the nuts. But
Is it on film anywhere?
No.
Oh, damn it.
No.
Stuff ever is.
No, but it hit, and I started giggling, kind of laughing, and I stood up, and there was like that delay in pain. Just, maybe 5-10 seconds, and then just like the most intense pain to the your core.
Yeah.
And then I started to stand up, and I got to full height, and I was standing there, and the camera guy was standing there in the blind with me, and I was kind of giggling, and I was like, I think I might pass out, and he was like, whatever, and I was like, no shit, I'm gonna pass out. So I just threw my arms around his neck, and then that's the next thing I knew, I woke up in the dirt.
No kidding.
Yeah, and I was out for a minute.
And then you guys moved in. And
Yep. Now we have
That-
a house together.
these things happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty gnarly. But I took a fall one time shed hunting off with some ledges and did the same thing. So I have a thing about it. We talked about it last podcast. So
You're like,
anyway, yeah.
Like one of those goats, you know?
Yeah, fainting goat. That's what I am.
fainting go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any
Just
any
scare the
real
hell out of
sharp,
you.
intense pain,
Yep.
I'm out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that sounds justifiable.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. It swelled up large. It was purple. It was not great. It's probably
No.
one of my worst moments. But
That sounds
what do you do?
horrendous. That's an ice bath
Yeah.
worthy
Yeah,
injury.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's when you really
for sure.
find your spirit animal. Yeah.
In terms of durability, like what is it about a Mystery Ranch pack that makes it durable?
Build, like the style, the construction, the methods, like the kind of the architecture of the bag, for sure. The frame,
Which is what?
if it's like a guide light, if it's an external frame bag, it's going to be, carbon stays, a lot, obviously the durability of the webbing, down to the details of like how it's bar tacked and just the way the actual, seams are constructed on the frame. And then when you get into the bag itself, textiles is predominantly where you're seeing the strength. With 500 denier or 330 denier, all the different coatings. Actually, a lot of people don't know that even the coating on a Cordura fabric adds to the durability and abrasion resistance.
Didn't know that.
So if it's just like a raw, piece of fabric, it's not as durable.
There's certain stitchings too that you can
Certain
do to
stitchings, yeah. There's like all the different, rolled stitching, all the different, things when you double back on stuff and how those, stitches, even like something like on a game bag, we make like the felled stitching, something called like a French seam. All these things you can go down the rabbit hole. You can see it a lot like apparel too, certain things like construction wear, like why certain stitches are, in places like that. But textiles predominantly, and then obviously hardware, buckles and things make a big difference because the lighter they get, you can find like a really bargain basement, book bag and feel the buckles and like they flex, compared to that. I mean, buckles can break pretty easy, but we definitely try to, err on the side of overbuilt when it comes to buckles. For
yeah,
sure.
it's a big no-no on a waist belt if your buckle breaks on you.
when that. I mean, I've gotten to the point now. I do carry a spare, or some way, because I've on time I stepped on it with my boot, in the winter, and I was like, didn't even know it, and I just cracked the hell out of one side of the buckle. So
Slamming a car door.
that's
the
a
most
good one.
common
That's a winner.
I've got a good story of a Mystery Ranch bag. I actually did slam mine in the tailgate, in the male side of the waist belt buckle. The bottom prong snapped.
Yeah.
But it was still I was day hunting, so I was closing my tailgate in the morning, and it snapped the bottom end of the male side buckle.
Yeah.
And it was still strong enough, just the one
To hold
prong.
it, yeah.
It was still strong enough to hold. So I hunted the entire day, no issues at all.
Yeah, it's great. Sometimes it's crazy. You get lucky. Like it just holds
I thought
up.
you were going to say it passed out.
I do not have an issue with passing out. That's not me.
One of the other common questions that we get, and I guarantee you guys probably get it too, like how does somebody pick a bag? You guys, how many bags do you guys have in your lineup, like packs? You've got
On the hunting side?
Yeah. Do you know off the top of your head?
Probably if you take like Guide Light, pop up 7, 8,
7,
you
8.
know, something like that. Yeah.
And they run the range of like anything from what,
Yeah.
maybe 1,800 cubic inches to
60
what's the
some,
Marshall?
100, yeah, 105 liters, whatever the heck that is in cubic inches.
Yeah.
I've gotten,
7.
yeah, nearly 7. So,
I mean, when somebody calls up and asks you and you try to guide them into a pack,
yep. Well, I always start like, what style of hunting? Like, what do you do? What kind of hunting do you prefer to do? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's like, all I do is day hunt, you know, I live near decent, you know, country where I can just zip out on the weekend and I just day hunt, then I just say, okay, are you going to pack anything out? It's like, yeah, I hope so. Cool. It's got to have an overload shelf. I'd steer them towards Pintler, Sawtooth, kind of the smaller, you know, volume size. And then if it's like multi-day, you know, it's really tough to beat the Metcalf, kind of that sweet spot of.
And what would you say, like ideally, a Metcalf is built for? How many days?
3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Yeah.
You're talking backpack hunting,
Yep.
overnighters.
Yep. Yeah. Or if you just, you know, carry a pile of gear, it's later season. Yeah. 2 to 3 days. You know, I've used it for 4 or 5 days, but I prefer a bare tooth just because it's like you don't have to be so, you know, 'cause at the trailhead or at home, it's perfect. You know, everything's packed like a Tetris puzzle. By like day 3, it's like shit's getting jammed in the top and it's not nearly as tidy. So I'd err on the side a little bigger, but I just ask, you know, it's like, what kind of hunting do you predominantly do? And then steer them towards volume because the frame and the fit is exactly the same, whether it's a Marshall or a Pintler. So regardless of volume, the frame system and everything's exactly the same. So that's the easy part, you know, from fit and sizing. You got the overload shelf. Now it's like, what do you like to hunt? How long do you go? And then just fill in the blanks with, you know, the volume of the bag from there.
So off the top of your head, if I asked you, I want to day hunt front country, can you name 2 packs that you would suggest? You just mentioned the Sawtooth.
Sawtooth and Pintler.
Pintler.
I might steer somebody towards like a pop-up 40 if
Okay.
they want something a little lighter, you know, where you're just like low profile for the, you know, the predominantly all the hunting part of it, where it's, you know, a little more streamlined in the brush. You can, you know, get lower with it. And then if you do pack something out, you can just adjust that thing up.
Just to get the angle on your load lifter.
Yeah.
And all 3 of those are built with a load shelf. So
Yep.
essentially you can detach the bag from the frame. You
Yep.
can drop in the meat between the 2 and pack out.
Yep.
3 to 5 day, you mentioned the Metcalf.
Yep. Metcalf. And then above that, you know, 5-ish, 4 to 6 bare tooth.
Okay.
And then north of that, it's the Marshall.
Okay.
Because it's, you know, obviously the biggest, kind of your everything in the kitchen sink bag.
How many days do you think you get out of Marshall?
God, I don't know. I think it's pretty subjective. You could probably get like 20, you know.
Should we try it?
Brady one.
There's a YouTube video. How many days can you backpack with
Out of
a Marshall?
That's right, because
And make it last.
He's doing hip monkey. Elk
He is a
hunt.
hip monkey. Let's just call it. That's your new name, hip monkey.
I would say the sweet spot is like 7 to 9 days.
Gotcha.
You know, if it was like super late season, tons of, you know, gnarly clothing and tents, et cetera, I would shrink that a little bit.
The other common question we get is fitting a pack.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you love to fit people with packs.
I love fitting Chris Porter. He's my favorite person.
What's the
on
process
earth
of
to
fitting
fit.
Chris Porter for a pack? How does that work out?
So on our website, there's a chart that you can plug in data in it very, very clearly. Unless you're Chris Porter, love you, Chris.
Shout out
Tells
Chris
you
Porter.
how to fit a pack, and so there's a measurement that you take on your back, and then there's your measurement for your waist, and you can very clearly fall into one of those subcategories or one of those size categories.
What size hip belts do you offer? Do you know off the top of your head?
Oh, it's from
Small, medium?
It's almost
Yeah, small, medium,
Well, and
kind of
medium.
medium, large X. So it's
Large.
going to go from like
XL.
28
28, yeah.
inches on the small end all the way up to 40 plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it calls all the way out to 46.
46 if it's
on the-
extended, yeah.
Yeah. And that siding chart got a lot easier 2 or 3 years ago. Mr. Ranch brought in a ton of people off a Craigslist ad, believe it or not, and measured a ton of different body types
Like
and
100
made
people.
a better.
What else was in that end?
Massage.
What was the rate of normalcy in the 100 people off of Craigslist?
I wasn't there, so I'll let Tim. I'll defer
It
to
was.
Tim.
I mean, it was basically everybody under the sun. Like as far as I mean, we're talking tall as Brady. Someone like my wife's size, like 5'3". I mean, micro, tall, big,
Male, female,
football
everything.
build, you name it.
But built out.
But like mentally speaking, what would you say was the average,
like what were they?
of normalcy?
that responded to a pack
Yeah,
fitting
because Craigslist, pack fitting.
But it would keep in mind, it's in Bozeman, so it's local, so they knew the brand.
yeah, that's true.
So I'd say like 52% normal. Yeah.
But that chart got a lot easier to A, read, and B, to fit into, and much more wide range within each small, medium, large. So it's a whole lot easier to just take that one simple measurement and then obviously most people know their waist size. You can plug it in.
So that's a
pretty
hip belt. How do you fit somebody for a torso?
There's that measurement, and it shows you which portion of your back to measure off of, and then
That
it takes
C7,
tells you
or
where
no.
to stop.
What the hell is
Is
this
it
one?
C7?
The bony one?
I was trying to think. I couldn't remember,
Yeah.
so I was going to sit here and
There
spitball
it
that.
is.
But
C7.
yeah, so you take the measurement from your C7 to your waistline where that hip belt sits,
Brady, that's
and
silhouette.
plug
She's kind of
and
a
use
babe.
that piece of data.
You're on the market.
Can you find the graph so we can
That silhouette
confirm
is
that?
stacked.
46
So I got a
whatever.
good question for you that I
The
want,
actual
like,
sizing chart.
because I know what I do personally to make it work, but just based on you guys and your guys' level of knowledge on your packs, obviously. So I'm on the medium waist belt,
Yeah.
right? But my torso is the large.
Yeah.
So I know what I do, but what would you guys suggest to do? And I'll see if I'm doing the right thing.
Medium waist and large torso.
I'm the same exact, and I wear a large
I'm like
pack.
well into the large torso length.
But are you north of 20?
I am not. So I'm like 19.
So you're on the cusp.
Right at the top.
Yeah.
So you'd be at the almost maxed out on the medium torso length currently.
Yeah.
And you might benefit from a large. I
Just from
would
a layering standpoint, I'd wear
Yeah.
the large.
go jump up in the yoke size,
Yeah.
which you can do as like an after.
Because you still have
sale.
room to shrink it. You still have room to go down to 17. Even if you like when you put something heavy in, you can shrink it an inch to give yourself some play in the yoke.
But if it's like a November hunt and you got a puffy on,
Yep.
I would say maybe jump to the large
Yeah.
yoke.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so you can get those.
I'm always
you can
I'm
reach
always a
out to.
tweener. I'm not like Brady. Well, Brady's not a tweener, but like Trail's just he's built so nice.
Just right.
He's built so elegantly.
Perfect.
He's just pair
Like a ballerina.
of jeans off the shelf, t-shirt off the shelf. Like doesn't matter. Doesn't need to do anything.
Yep.
With the mustache compliment.
I get so jealous. The guy gets to
Keep going.
roll his
Love it.
jeans.
It's like David, he's just etched in marble. Perfect.
He just fits all the fitting ranges so well.
Yeah, you are a sample medium. You're like you are a sample size.
I'm a medium,
Yeah,
yep.
you're a purpose
Yep.
sample size. Yep.
You said something just was kind of interesting. You said shorten the torso if you were running really heavy. Is that something you?
I find it to be effective. It doesn't have to go very far,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll find that sometimes when I'm super heavy, I get some play that I don't like. Whereas if I just shorten that yoke even half a bar, it rides better for me.
Talk us real quick through just the adjustment for the yoke. How
Yeah.
does Mystery Ranch address that? Because some companies, they have a Velcro, you pull the straps and just slide them up or down.
Right.
Some of them have a track or whatever it might be, but like, how do you guys handle that?
Yeah, that Futura yoke's pretty neat. It features that rigid panel that can be taken out, and you use it to push down through. And there's videos. I think you guys have done them. I think actually Tim and I did one in this room years ago. But you can break that yoke free and adjust that thing for the length of your torso. And the goal is for when you put it on, even empty, to have zero gap in the straps. So you'll see some of these guys where they put a pack on and the strap has this just giant,
Yeah.
rainbow thing going on, and that's a no-go. And that yoke needs to be compressed to make that strap perfectly contoured to that shoulder blade.
How far down your back on the backside should it go? I mean, do you see what I'm saying? Like, so when you adjust that yoke and you get your shoulder straps, I mean, where should your shoulder strap sit on your chest?
It's more so I always tell people like reach over their opposite shoulder, feel your shoulder blade, and on the yoke you can see there's a pretty prominent stitch where the shoulder straps meet that yoke,
Hot
sort of
tip.
that one piece.
I didn't
Yep.
know that.
Yep. And so you find that shoulder, your blade on the opposite side like that. When that seam sits on that, that's basically the right spot.
Wasn't tracking with your question. I got you now.
Yeah.
Do you think improper pack fitting's a big thing? Like people
Totally.
just throw a backpack on.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think the
Gigantic.
backpack's not right for them, but they
Yep.
just didn't actually size it correctly for their body.
Yeah, I think people go, they try to size it too much like their pant size, and then they wear it a little too low. And so then they so if you have too tall, you're long of a torso, it's like too much, above that sweet spot, and it's riding low. The heavier, like to your point, if you put a lot of weight in it, no matter what, right, gravity's going to kick in, that whole thing will shift down. Now your waist belt is way low. Then as you're hiking, I don't know if you've done this before, like pretty soon, like your ass muscles are like worn out. Like if you have a poorly fitted pack.
Never had that happen.
Never. That's because you just over here freaking bootylicious. I know. It's like.
Did you say bootylicious?
I did
On
say
the
booty.
You said bootylicious on the podcast.
Write that down.
Trail's nickname in
that's word of the
college. Yep.
Yeah, that was it.
That's it.
Nailed it.
You and prairie dog biologist. But yeah, it's like you don't want that. If you don't compact it enough, it's got nowhere to go. So everything's going to shift down. And the worst is when the waist belt gets too low. If you flip it, the inverse, obviously, then your waist belt's way too high. It's like over your stomach. And then this might be in the right place, but this is way too tight. So yeah, there's for sure that sweet spot where people, get it right, get it wrong. And it's pretty evident when it's wrong because, and I mean, hell, I adjust my like most of the weight on the shoulders, 50-50 on the waist belt throughout the day. Especially if I'm going like side hilling, up and down, stuff like that. I'll mess with it and just tighten up things as I go.
And that is a really good tip to be able to adjust your pack during the day when you're
Yeah,
missions.
like especially when the weight actually
based
knocks
on
something
weight.
down.
So you guys are talking about two different things, right? The shoulder strap fitting and then the waist belt fitting. Where do you start? Like, what's the one do you do your waist belt first and then you adjust the yoke accordingly?
I usually do the waist belt like kind of on the points of the hip, find that spot, like there's sort of like whatever it is, a finger or two below your belly button, kind of where the buckle will land. And then I just put where the padding will sort of sit on the points of your hips. And I get it pretty cinched down if it's an empty pack. And then just put it on and like cinch everything down, like shoulder straps, sternum strap. And then if it's sitting way too high off the shoulder, from there I'll be, okay, take the pack off. Let's push that
Adjust
thing
the yoke.
down one or
Press it.
two.
But you do start with the waist belt.
I
first.
usually
that's
do.
What every time I get a new pack, that's where I start.
I think it's
is
the
at
best
waist belt.
like point of contact to start with because it doesn't really deviate. Once you lock it in there, you can adjust and fine tune the torso from that. Yeah,
I am doing it right. That's always good to be validated.
See that?
There we go. I don't even work for a pack company.
You figured it out. You just wear packs a lot. That's
Yeah.
What other questions do you guys get about packs fitting? And okay, here's one for you. I know that we get.
Yeah.
You're in between sizes. What's your recommendation and why?
Size down
Okay.
a little bit. Yeah, but if you're in between sizes, err on the size down because especially with the waist belt, it's kind of like putting on too big a pair of pants, right? No matter, it's like, hey, I got it, zippers up, button, doesn't matter.
But
It's
you
still
look
too
super
big.
cool right now.
That's right, you do. That's right.
On
It's the
trend.
stuff. On trend, yeah. And so I always say size down because it's easy to, on too big of a pack, when the weight gets heavy, you really got to cinch the waist belt down to bottom it out, and then you have no more, webbing to go. You can't tighten it
And
anymore.
it's all up top, and the weight all up top's up.
Yep, and everything's up there. And even for guys that are fairly long torso but aren't like as big round as like Lorenzo as far as size wise, the size of the yoke itself, we do change like the gap across the shoulder and the back of the neck is wider as the yoke gets bigger, and the shoulder straps are longer.
Really?
Yep. So that you'll see people who overdo it, like they just pick the wrong size. They go, I'm a large, and they fits the waist okay. They go to cinch it down. Those the shoulder straps go way too far down this side of their body, and it's not a very good carry that way.
What's the proper way to do the chest strap?
I
See some guys who just wrench it all the way super tight and it's really uncomfortable. So guys just let it loose and flopping around.
I think it's like right in between. I look, it's a little awkward. It's
You got it. Flaunt it.
That's
baby.
right. Let it flop. But I would say in between. It's no different than the load lifters. Like some guys just wrench those things down, and it's like they're it's just tight as a board and they're slapped on their back. I just take the slack out of it, and then if the weight goes up, cinch it down a little bit more. That's kind of my 2 cents. I think it's pretty subjective, but yeah, definitely utilize it because it's what helps maintain the structure of the yoke.
You should be able to feel it. If things are flopping around, something's wrong, right?
Yeah.
And then it just needs to incrementally adjust until things aren't flopping
perfect
around.
fit, yeah.
But it's a safety thing too, right? And you get on some steep shit, things moving around, especially any decent amount of weight, will throw you.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Something you said, you mentioned kind of the carry ratio between shoulder strap, your harness, and your hip belt. You said 50-50. Is that kind of what you aim for? Does that move throughout the day?
It moves throughout the day. I think I start more like 60-40 waist belt to shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah. And then as the weight gets heavier, I think I start to lean on the waist belt more than the
Gotcha.
shoulder strap. But then half a mile in, I'll be like, well, this sucks. And then I let it ride on my shoulders for a while and then just, back and forth, back and forth.
Let big muscle groups, constantly
Get
ride
ready.
the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I was going to ask you, besides backpacks, which obviously you guys are a backpack company, but you guys both hunt, I know that. What do you guys think the next most important piece of gear is in your kit, like as far as like a new hunter? What are the
Clothing.
must-haves?
Clothing.
And boots.
The correct clothing.
Boots, clothing.
Yep. Because regardless of weather, right? I mean, if it's hot, you need, you're not going to go out in Daisy Dukes and a tank top. Well, you
we'll
could.
write
that down.
You could.
Yeah.
Trail does. That's your ultralight.
Daisy Dukes.
That's your early season attire.
Shorts.
Shorts. Below the knee jorts.
Well.
Yeah, I'd say clothing and boots for sure.
Yeah. What you guys make a ton of accessories. What was going to ask you, like, what's your favorite accessory and why?
Ooh.
Like that you make, because you make a shit ton of them. You got
There's a
everything
shit
from
ton.
bear spray holsters and holsters.
I'm the bino harness. I love our
Yeah, we
bino
haven't really
harness.
talked much about it. I was
That-
actually looking through our YouTube channel and just like different products from the shop that we've covered. And I mean, we've got other bino harnesses from other company, but we've never really talked about your guys' bino harness. And it came out, what, maybe a year ago? Was it a last year launch?
2? Yeah.
Two.
Has it been that long?
I think so. Yeah, beginning of 22.
Yep.
I remember.
What do you like about it?
Honestly, I like the aesthetics. I think it looks damn good. But from a functionality standpoint, having an inner pocket for my licenses, where it's then closed by the flap, so that's out of the elements. Having the back pocket where I can either put my cell phone behind the case, which is easy access, if I don't want to have it in a pocket or somewhere else flopping around or in my pack, I enjoy that. So having those two pockets that are behind the binocular. Love the top opening. Obviously, we're not the only one doing that, but an extremely effective solution. And then having those front pockets for diaphragm calls. If you are somebody using a diaphragm call, having that access versus having that thing in a pocket full of dirt is.
I think you're
has
the
been
only
night and
ones
day for
doing
me.
that, right?
sorry?
I think you're the only ones doing that with those little front diaphragm calls.
It,
I think- yeah, I'm not
it makes
sure.
a world of difference.
That was the first thing I noticed when you guys' bino harness came out was those little pockets, because it is always a pain. I'm the guy that carries them around usually in my pocket. and
Yeah.
half the time you pull it out and the reed's completely warped. and
Yeah,
it's-
it's stuck together. Yeah.
Yeah. So I do like that.
Or sometimes I try to be the guy that like holds it in his mouth all day to look cool.
Oh, okay.
But then I
Oh,
just
yeah, that look.
constantly gag
Yeah.
and dry heave all day. I would not be a good girl.
No.
Sorry, but I'd be terrible.
We must be 2 hours in.
Diaphragm call is enough to make me gag.
Yeah. Yeah, that would wreck the day. I can't do the really like pinch it over here all day
Yeah,
talking. I'm like,
I try
just
to
put
be
it in your
cool.
pocket. And it's like, what the
I feel like your
Cool
mouth
sometimes.
just dries out from like mouth breathing doing that.
Yeah,
you know,
I just find
can't-
myself dry heaving and gagging. I'm like, all right, this is stupid.
yeah.
All right, back in the pocket.
You've never
That's
had
ruined
milk
the hunt.
come into you gagging.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. No, I think that
Lucky.
diaphragm call is really what sets it apart. A wind checker pocket on the side, that's pretty industry standard. Obviously, ours is effective, so is most other people's, right? But that diaphram call makes it.
Talk me
makes a
through
world
your
of difference.
sizes on those, because I know the size. We get questions about sizes.
Yeah, the regular and
Yeah,
large.
regular, large. There's 12. One of them was a 12. And a
Yeah,
10.
so 10x denotes kind of the overall like size of the bino, like a standard 10 by 12
Okay.
frame of most popular bino brands, and then the 10x is obviously for the 12 by 50. You can get a few. I've seen some like 12 by 56s with the eye cups rolled down. You can get in it, and then from there, then you have the regular and large harnessing itself, and the way we it's kind of weird because it is, it's like suspenders or something, right? How do you like measure what that can and can't, accommodate? We kind of frame it on what size of t-shirt do you typically wear? A little bit on the bigger side.
Schmedium.
A schmedium. So you're a regular. You're a schregular.
Sold.
And so, yeah, if you're a schmedium, you'd be a regular. If you wear a large or extra large, go with the XL.
Trail loves to post videos of him shooting his bow, where when he's at full draw, his belly button and waistline just show perfectly.
Yep.
He's got it cut perfect.
Yep. Yeah.
I cut the shirt just perfect. Like
it.
back in the 80s,
Yeah.
What were those sunglasses called? You remember those? The Vipers?
Yeah. You rock those.
Pit Vipers.
Pit Vipers.
Pit Vipers
And a half shirt.
and a cut off half shirt. Yep. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
From Utah.
I know my oldest kid walked through the living room last night with some Pit Vipers on, and I was like, "What in the hell is on your face? What are those?"
What?
I
Don't
was
you
like,
have a
"Do you
book to
guys
read?
do you think
Get
these
out of
are
here.
cool?" They probably love. I hope they never listen to these. They don't. I'm sure they don't. I mean, what kid would listen to their dad anyway? What about you? Accessory?
Oh,
You got one that you like?
love the bino harness. Yeah, I use that a lot. I mean, it's super simple, but like for day-to-day stuff, all the like Zoid bags and cubes and mission controls and stuff like that, just to keep crap organized. I mean, I've got everything from first aid kits to DOP kits to, you know, cables, et cetera, traveling for work. It's all in that stuff. I've got way too many of those damn things. Yeah.
Makes a difference, though. It makes a difference. You got a headache, you know where Excedrin is.
Keep shit organized.
You need, you need an EpiPen, it's right there. It's not, or Sour Patch Kid.
So
rock the Sour Patch Kids.
In terms of organization, once you bring it up, like how do you guys approach organization as far as packs? Because you have the Metcalf, which is just basically a tube.
Yep.
I mean, it's a main bag with a top lid, which is split.
Yep.
And how do you guys address organization for that versus something like another pack if somebody really is organized? They like a pocket for everything. Yeah.
It's an easy conversation. I think our product development team's done a good job in the line of providing those sack type bags that are open in the middle that allow you to either shove everything in, like Brady likes, like I just shove everything and I know where I shoved it and I know where it is. Great, cool.
If there's a void, fill it, right, Brady?
Exactly. Fill those air pockets.
There you go. But like in a Pintler, for instance, where it has two
He's
very
available,
small
ladies.
internals.
Hashtag fill the void.
You want me to keep going on that?
Tinted in red.
Just give a little pause.
I didn't know I was supposed to say that. Go ahead.
But like on the Pintler, where you have those two kind of wing pockets on the sides, which are real nice for something small. But the inside of the bag has very minimal pocketry. You can use Zoid cubes if you want to create pocketry, or have a bag full of, a puffy and gloves and a hat, and that's in the bottom, and that's fine. Or if a guy's like, hey, I like to have a place for everything, I need that organization, we have the Sawtooth Beartooth series that have quite a few internal pockets that allow for that, production
And the Pintler's
organization.
got piles and piles, like you said.
Yeah.
What are you guys' thoughts on waist belt accessories? Is there any like science out there that's like you don't want to have a lot of extra weight on your waist belt, or is it totally fine because it's near your body? It's like
I think
obviously you can put things inside your pack, but I
Yeah.
know a lot of guys like to put things on their waist belt. Is there any like cons to putting anything in your waist belt, like for?
other than like if you just people go nuts and it turns into like the bat belt, and then it's
Yeah.
just like stuff jangling off there everywhere. I mean, for me, it's like either bear spray and like a pocket, just because I want to have access. I like always put my headlamp. It always goes right there because I don't want it in my lid, because I'll invariably. It's dark. I'm like hiking along. I'm like, God dang, I forgot to grab my headlamp.
Yeah, then you gotta take your backpack
Take your
off.
back off. It's like first world problem, but it's like I just want it at my fingertips, so I always know what's in that side pocket. And if you look like on the climbing side of things, right, wearing harnesses, people, you go up on big walls and bigger routes. I mean, they'll 10, 15 pounds of stuff, right? Cams and carabiners and runners and stuff. Everything's jangling off a harness. So different uses for sure, but I think some people don't, hate it. They don't like anything on their, waist belt. But for me, it's like just a couple essentials on a pocket, sometimes a bear spray holster, or pistol or something like that. But that's it for me.
Yeah, I'm a minimalist guy again who doesn't do anything in my waist belt, like no pockets, anything there.
Nothing.
But I do like the idea of the headlamp thing. Though. That's something that, like I said, you need a headlamp and you don't have it. And you have to dig it out of your top of your backpack, and now it's buried somewhere else.
Totally.
And so that's the only thing I'm thinking about, maybe switching to that, just to throw a headlamp in there, maybe
That's nice.
a snack or something like
I
that.
do fixed blade knife too on my
Oh, yeah.
belt.
There you go. That's a good one.
Rambo.
That one's.
In case he has to shank somebody.
Right. Right.
I have this fear of getting caught up, just hung up, and I need to cut myself out.
That's a good
I don't know
point.
if it's because the military put us in helicopters and threw us in a pool, but I'm just like, I have to be able to reach a knife and I have to be able to cut myself out. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's a
Even
good
if it's, I'm convinced I'm going to be underwater on an antelope hunt. I don't know what the problem is.
Fell into that stock tank again.
Straight star.
You
Going
might
down.
pass out. You might. You might get hit in the balls
Hey,
on the rod.
that's a good
pass
point.
out in the
What if you had to
pond.
cut yourself out of that blind?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
true.
So there's a how-to video right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good. I was thinking about that song. What is it? I've said too much. That's Me in a Corner. Is that an REM song? I think at this point I said too much. But we appreciate you guys being good sports and jumping on, and
Oh, yeah.
the good relationship that we've had with Mystery Ranch.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
thanks for having us.
This has been awesome.
Until today, but yeah.
Yeah, until today. We're working through that.
It's a little bit
Lorenzo
of
and
yelling.
I
It
are
wasn't
gonna.
that bad.
I got a counseling
We've had
session
worse.
set up.
Come on, we've had worse.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's why it's a good relationship. though.
Yeah.
It's
Everybody's
transparent. Goes back and forth.
I know it's Fight
Everybody's
Club
good.
next, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
we got a lot of great ideas we thought of, so
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
solving problems.
Hell yeah.
All right. Anyways, appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. Had a lot of fun. Thanks, gentlemen.
Promo code.
Promo us real quick.
Here's the
Promo
promo.
us to take us out. Big B Mills.
I'll let you guys know. Okay, yeah. So we're coming out of application season. So hopefully you guys use some GOHUNT draw odds, filtering 2.0, got a bunch of tags in your pocket. I know we have quite a few tags at the GOHUNT office.
Yes, we do.
Quite a few. We just got some Colorado results trickling back a little bit. So, but now it's time to make the switch to, map season. So now's the time when you have to start doing your research for all the tags you draw. So we want to give you guys a little kickback. So use promo code podcast on our Explorer membership. You will get 20 points back, which is $20 to use in the GOHUNT Gear Shop to buy Mr. Ranch products.
There you go.
Like that little plug.
I like that.
That was good. It's well done.
you
And the
still-
eye contact in the middle of
Yeah,
it. is
so-
phenomenal.
Yeah,
It's lingering.
very intimate.
So we get her. Yeah.
Very intimate. And listen, we've said it before, and we'll say it again too. There's no better time to buy gear, because if you're buying gear in August,
You're not going to shoot anything.
You're wrong.
you're
are
wrong. It's not going well for you.
No. You're
Like
late.
that's just genuine advice and feedback.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now's the time to get your gear, get it figured out, get it fitted, figure out if you like it, figure out what you want to add to it or take away from it, however you want to customize it for yourself. Now is the time to be buying gear. I mean, you got your tags for the most part. What do we have still coming out? Wyoming?
Deadline's there.
Deadline for Wyoming is today. This will sadly be out before you guys are aware of that. So hopefully we've done our jobs on the other part of GOHUNT Insider and let you know that. But yeah, now's the time. I mean, if you're buying gear in August, you're pretty well fucked. So
Yep. Get that
and with that,
And with that, mic drop.
genuine advice there.
get that Explorer membership. Start doing your research. And if you still want Insider, we still have a lot of great opportunities left. We have
Yeah, for sure.
all these turnback tags, leftover opportunities. There's still OTC stuff coming up. So there's a lot of time to do research on Insider right now. And with Insider, you get GOHUNT maps at the same time. So using that promo code podcast will get you $50 back to the GOHUNT Gear Shop. So hopefully you guys have a pile of tags. And East Scouting season's coming up. I'm looking forward to that. Getting boots on the ground as well. I got a lot of tags I got to research for.
Cool.
Really exciting time.
Well, thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
All right, let's
Thanks
go.
for being good sports.
Ice bath.